down Main, it's a clear night. Screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights. Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. Morrissey and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak.
We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind.
Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtleboys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, Morrissey on the phone. Trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. Truth got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name.
We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, gliding. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, guys. We just call hoes down to the city blocks. We just riding slow, guys.
My name's Aidan Kearney,
known online as
Turtleboy, and is a senior editor for
TVDailyNews.com.
They call me
Dr. Turtleboy.
It's my preferred pronoun. Daddy.
What's up, Daddy?
Journalism Jesus. A. Timothy Kearney.
The one and only Turtleboy.
Turtleboy. What's up, Slick? The doctor is here.
This guy's a bad motherfucker.
That's quite the intro.
I've broken a lot of major stories. I've been doing it for about 11 years. I used to be a high school teacher.
Turtleboy has changed a lot over the years. I was once a blogger, but now I'm much more accurately known as an award-winning journalist, a satirist, and an activist. Boom!
They're screaming your name here. You're the crowd daddy.
Crazy. People either love me or hate me.
Listen, Turtle, all right?
But either way, they're watching.
Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
Stop it. I'm never gonna stop. This fight's just getting started. Now let's get this party started. Yo, what's up, turtle people? How's everyone out there doing tonight? Good, good, excellent. Welcome to the live show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aidan Kearney. You can call me a variety of nicknames if you like, up to and including A. Timothy Kearney. That's my true crime name. You can call me Journalism Jesus. It's my spiritual name. You can call me Uncle Turtleboy. Old school turtle riders call me that. You can call me just regular Turtleboy. I prefer Dr. Turtleboy because if Judd Welch is a doctor, then I'm definitely a doctor too, and I can spread my load more than he can. You can also call me, what other kind of turtle boys? Turtle Dove. You can call me Daddy if you'd like. All different kinds of Daddy too. Some people might be weird. For others, it might be flirtatious, fun, playful, all sorts of stuff. You can call me like Crowd Daddy, Theater Daddy. Coming up on, by the way, the 6-month anniversary of that. Can you believe that? You can call me Saint Daddy. You can call me Media Daddy. You can call me what other kind of that? Daytime Daddy, Brow Daddy, and of course, let's not forget Fridge Daddy, because I will fix your fridge or any appliance in your house. If I shake it hard enough, I will fix it. That's my promise to you. So I don't care what you call me. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. sharp, and make sure you smash that subscribe button before. Smash that subscribe button for me. And yeah, then you'll be good to go. And we'll see you every Tuesday and Saturday night, and we'll have a good time. Also, you can join my sex cult. I do run a sex cult. It's every Thursday night, $15 a month. You get ad free on the website and access to the Thursday night stream that nobody else gets. You can also become a member if you'd like. We've already got somebody. Erica Walsh has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Erica. Very generous of you. Congratulations to the winners. Hope you enjoy we're up to over 1,500 members. We're still losing to the Glare. I think he's got like 2,000. So, but I'm new to this too. I'm new to the membership thing. So we do Fridays members only. You get a cool green thing. You get to talk in green. So you're like upper class around here. You get emojis that no one else gets. So that's cool too. So it's just fun. And you're supporting me. You're helping me buy a house. I'm buying a house tomorrow. Yeah. I'm like signing my life away tomorrow. So that's gonna be fun. Not sure. I'll probably gradually move in there by the end of the month. Got to get it all. A lot of work to do. It's like an empty house. You got to fill it up with shit. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Whole new life. You know what I mean? Anyway, what else is new? Oh, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class tonight, we don't do super chats here. We do turtle chats. Linked at the top of the chat is turtle chat. You click on that. Brings you to a page. You can pay whatever you want, say whatever you want, and I'll read your message out loud to the class. Or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, and we can do it that way. All right. So, yeah, they're fake, but that's true. The bus stop lives they're fake. I still can't believe that happened. By the way, the fake bus stop lives this week were 2 for 2. Like they've both gone on for 2 hours. You know, you've been taking care. Hope you've been taking care of yourself. Hope you've been taking care of yourself. You've been through so much. You one tough guy, but everyone needs to put their mental health first. Yo, I'm actually better these days. Like, honestly, you know why I'm better? Because 5150 has been neutralized. She was the cause of a good majority of my stress. I hate even giving her that credit. But now that she has been like neutralized, like she's still around, but she's just run out of shit. Like for a while there, she had shit that like fucked up my world and like, you know, caused issues and problems. And like now it's just, oh, what do you know, now it's like good. I just, it feels good to be now. It's just like, I'm not scared of her anymore. I used to be kind of scared of her because she told me, you know, you don't want to fuck with me. You fucked with the wrong person. It was like fucking scary the way she said it. You know, I'm like, because this bitch like ruins people's lives and shit. You know, and it's like, I just feel like, wait a minute. Fuck am I scared of you for? You're a white bitch from Milton. At the end of the day, that's all you fucking are. You fucking guess passwords and shit. That's your fucking skill. That's it. And then you build information on people and then you post it. Like that ain't a skill. Like you ain't that fucking talented. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Anyway, yeah, let's start off. And it's hacking is hard without passwords. It is. It's a lot easier if you just, you know, use a common password, which isn't exactly like advanced hacking, but it is still hacking because you're going to a place where you don't belong. All right, let's read some turtle chats here. Start off with Marianne, since $25 goes, message for Brandi and her unhinged hubby. Please realize that you two need anger management therapy. Threatening violence over the internet, which now is on for an eternity, is not normal. Regardless of how much you hate Turtleboy or disagree, please seek help for your kids' sake. Let's leave the kids out of it. But, you know, if you missed today's show, The bus stop lives this week have been fantastic. Brandi was supposed to come on Monday to defend herself, defend her honor. Instead, she came on today, and she said she didn't want to talk on the phone. She wanted to talk face to face. I said, why? So I could beat you up. You guys see that? Oh, if you haven't seen it, I assume most have seen it, but I'll play it anyway real quick. I don't want to spend time on Brandi. I've already gotten to her this morning. You know, at the end of the day, I've already exposed her for the ratchet that she is. But where'd it go? Yeah, here it is.
All right. You know what? We're done, bro. You don't want to meet in person. You're a fucking bitch. All right, peace.
Sounds like, yeah.
Hold on. And when you do get locked up, because I'm sure it will happen again, that's the only time you'll be saying fucking peace to your bum face, because some fucking big dude's gonna own that thing, you bitch. All right, bye.
Prison rape jokes. Remember when Wendy Murphy did that to Karen Reed and it was like wrong? But you know, prison rape jokes are funny. So it's like funny. It's kind of funny what the Commonwealth is trying to do to me. You know, it's just insane. We got this.
I'll fucking take one for the team. You guys, I'll get bail money. I will.
What do you need bail money for?
For when I slap you in your fucking mouth.
So you're gonna hit me if we meet?
I'll fucking take one for the team. You guys, I'll get bail money. I will.
What do you need bail money for?
For when I slap you in your fucking mouth.
So you're gonna? Why would you just slap me if we meet? Why would anyone want to slap me? I don't. It's like, okay, if you have to resort to physical violence over words, you've already lost. I've already won. So there's that. What else?
Why didn't I can call out you? Because you're the fucking king ratchet, and I'd love to take you down, buddy. I'll go straight for the fucking head of the snake. That's why.
So
you don't need to piss off anyone else.
So you'll call out.
You're the problem.
Yeah, totally. Yes, you're normal. Yeah. So
why didn't I can call out you? Because you're the fucking king ratchet, and I'd love to take you down, buddy. I'll go straight for the fucking head of the snake. That's why.
So
you don't need to piss off anyone else.
So you'll call out.
You're the problem.
Yeah, totally. Yes, you're normal. Yeah. So she's gonna take me down. So Brandi's gonna take me down. Whatever. Like Brandi, I've heard that a million times before from people. No one's taking me down. Like, you think you're gonna take me down? Brandi from Weymouth is gonna take me down? Stop it. Stop it, girl. You ain't taking me down. No fucking way. The only thing that's going down is your credit. Like, stop it. You know, stop it. Come on. What else do we got here?
You can wait a minute. You can punch him dead in his face when I'm done. Listen.
You're threatening to punch me in my face?
Stop.
You're threatening to punch me in my face? Is that what you're saying?
I would love to. I don't take one for the team, and so will my damn husband. Why don't you come talk to me in person? But you won't. You won't. You're big bad tough guy behind the screen with all your fucking little minions in the chat, right? I'm right here, Turtleboy. I'm in the same spot I've been in since day one. Where are you? You're behind the screen like a tough guy. Because
I'm behind the screen like a tough guy. Does she not know I got indicted for like literally going up to people and asking them questions like in person? That's kind of like my thing. We've also seen Brandi in person like a million times too. But yeah, like you want to see me in, okay. I'll see any of these people in person. You know what's not going to happen, Brandi, when I see you? You're not going to hit me. Your husband's not going to hit me. I will guarantee you will not lay a hand on me. And I won't lay a hand on either of you because that's gay. Like, I'm 44 years old. What are you doing? That's cringe. It's embarrassing. What are you doing? You know? And you know, I got in a little Twitter argument today with a guy I really like, by the way. He said he appreciated the fact that a man stood up for his husband, that's like, you know, honorable. I disagree. If your wife, the best thing you can do for your wife in that situation is pull her back. That's it. Why let her embarrass herself? Like, that's going to be on the internet forever now. Her just completely humiliating herself. That was a masterclass. I mean, I got to give it to myself. I didn't have to raise my voice once. I literally sat back and let her make a fool of herself. Let her completely destroy herself. And that's what she did. Now she is forever, like, her inner ratchet came out and it can never be put back in. That's it. She's a ratchet forever now. Like, and she's going to go online and complain and just look how she appears. You had to resort to threats of physical violence. You went full ratchet. And I just sat here. Why? Like, what made you that upset? Because I criticized you? I can't criticize you. If criticism gets to you that much, maybe you shouldn't be in this, you know, doing this. I don't know. I'm just saying. So anyway, thanks for that. Next, Asserin Fish sends $20 and goes, listen, Turtle, I was listening to your fake bus stop live this morning. I can't believe we call it that now. The fake bus stop live. Oh, Nina. And I started to experience a sore throat, dizziness, and a massive headache. I went to the doctor and he told me I have Turtleboy derangement syndrome. Nice. Oh, sorry to hear that. I mean, luckily it's just a 24-hour bug. But in the meantime, I just want to say, you fucking motherfucker. Now take this $20 and profit off of my pain and suffering. Fucking turtle dick. Please now angrily call me a cunt and say that you fucking hate me. Maybe call me a loser. We should be cool again by Thursday. Yes, maybe. I'm not going to do that, though, Aster. I'm going to take your $20, but I'm not going to do any of those things. So I appreciate that, sir. Next. Oh, Semolina is back. $15. And she goes, hi, Aidan. My apologies for this long chat, but I have to speak up about it. Okay, I'll let this go because it's about Jen Altman, what she's been doing. It's deeply disturbing. She has been using hypothetical suicide scenarios as a kind of experiment to see how people will respond. Yes, that is exactly what she's been doing. Melanie Little and Nurse Kim, and I bet others too. So two content creators, two big content creators, Melanie Little and Nurse Kim, were both told that Meredith could be in danger of taking her own life and were made to feel responsible or guilty for not preventing it and even contributing to it. Exactly. That is exactly what she did. Then after the fact, we were told the risk was never real. It was just a prop, a way to test them with guilt and shame. I mean, I still can't believe that's real. Suicide scares are not a tool. It should not be used as a device to manipulate people. For someone to try to cause people to fear for someone's life and then reveal it was all a setup, this is morally bankrupt. And that's the thing. They literally admitted, like, no, I'm not suicidal. It was just, Jen was just fucking with them to see how they would respond, to see if they had a conscience. And they failed the test. And then Nurse Kim was lambasted for sharing that screenshot, sharing it. Like, Nurse Kim is the problem. Like, that's wild to me. Goes on to say, this isn't just uncomfortable or awkward behavior. It's a form of emotional abuse, yes, but not just on Jen's part, on Meredith's too. I think you're being much appreciated, some later, but I think you're being naive if you think that Meredith, she did this without telling Meredith what she was doing. Like, there's no way Meredith didn't approve of this. I mean, Meredith could easily be like, that's not cool, Jen. I don't appreciate you doing a social experiment with Melanie Little, like a fucking game show, sending in money in a super chat to say, like, stop talking about Meredith or she might kill herself. And if she does, that's on you. Like, I would be so bullshit if I were her and wasn't in on it, you know? Jen calls it sincere concern. Jen doesn't have sincere concern for anything but herself, but was exploiting a false risk to further her agenda, using suicide as a weapon. And it's scary that she believes it's acceptable. We see you, Jen. Exactly. Everybody sees her. Everybody sees her. You know, and I just, you know, I hate even giving this person attention, but like the most ridiculous. I can't believe I read this one today. We got to read this one real quick. I mean, just talk about tone deaf. You got to read this one. Just read. I was sent this gem, and you just got to read this. Okay. Now feels like a good time to discuss the evolution of blame for the original 1223 search warrant for Karen Reed's phones. So just a reminder, on December 23rd, 2023, the state police and Brian Tully apply for a search warrant that is signed by Judge Krupp to get Karen Reed's phones. That is before I went to Lindsay Gattani's house. So the trip to Lindsay Gattani's house had nothing to do with why the police took Karen Reed's phones. Nothing to do with it. There were two people interviewed in this search warrant. Natalie and Lindsay Gattani. That's it. Natalie had 7 pages worth of interview in there. And it was all about how she was the middleman facilitating messages between me and Karen would ask me to do this and I would do this and blah, blah, blah. Lindsay's interview was much shorter And it was like, she talked about how they asked her, like, did he pay for a Lexus? And she's like, I don't know. He said he's cheap. He never buys me shit. It's like, so I don't know. And maybe he did. I think maybe he did. And for that, they got a search warrant for my car payments. So they looked up my car payments based on that information. So they didn't really get much from her. It was mostly from Natalie. All right. So, and it's, you know who actually was the one who pointed. So when I got out of jail, Karen told someone that she was upset with me because I brought the state police back into her life by going to Lindsay's house. And Meredith pointed out, like, going to Lindsay's house had nothing to do with the police taking her phone. Nothing to do with it. And she's the one that showed me this. Like, look at the dates. 23rd, they get the warrant. So she knows all this shit. And now she's forgetting it, of course. The state police interviewed Natalie in October 23, but they were unable to obtain a search warrant for Karen's phone until more than 2 months later. If Natalie provided enough information to support a warrant, they would have sought it then. Instead, the warrant was signed just over a week after investigators spoke with Lindsay Gattani in December. Yes, they spoke with her on December 14th. That's not my fault. That has nothing to do with me going over there on the 23rd. I had no idea she was speaking with investigators. I had no idea. None. What's interesting is how the narrative has changed. For over a year after Natalie's interview notes were released in early 24, we were repeatedly told Natalie was useless and provided nothing of value to investigators and that everything was Lindsay's fault. But miraculously, in October of 25, just this paragraph alone, guys, and thank you for gifting 5 memberships, Cassidy. I just want you to take in this paragraph here. Okay? And the tone deafness or just the balls. But miraculously, in October of 25, shortly after a recording surfaced of Karen expressing anger at Turtleboy, she calls me Turtleboy now, over Lindsay's role in the phone warrant, Turtleboy suddenly shifted the narrative to claim that it was actually Natalie who caused Karen's phones to be seized because Natalie was Karen's friend. It was Karen's fault. Like with much of his journalism, it changes depending on whatever narrative is most convenient for him at the time. Okay. I mean, the balls. This is again, I will never stop repeating this. It's true. And I do enjoy how it's accepted by the populace now. Meredith released the recording. Even Brandi today acknowledged that. And they're like, yeah, we know she did, but she didn't do the recording. But she did, she released it. Nobody debates that anymore. Like, it's undeniable that Meredith O'Neill released the recording. Undeniable. And what did I tell you guys the other day? The part that she clipped, okay? The part that she clipped was the part where Karen is mad at me and blaming me for going to Lindsay's house being the reason that the state police went and searched her phones. And what does she say right here? Miraculously, in October 25, shortly after a recording surfaced of Karen expressing her anger at Turtleboy over Lindsay's role in the phone warrant. That's why she released that part. I told you, like, that's why she released that clip. That's why. So, I mean, just the balls. It's just like, I can't. Oh, one more thing I saw shared from the phone extraction. I'm kind of loving this. Not loving it, but like the shit that they're bringing up. So this isn't this person, this Lydia account. I forget this woman's real name. She's so obnoxious. She wants Karen Reed in jail for the rest of her life, but she has become friendly with all the people who supposedly care about Karen Reed. She was on the Spaces the other night with, I think, all those broads. She's one of the foreskin chicks. Anyway, she tags Meredith because Meredith released my phone extraction. And they're now going through my Google searches. Okay. And this is what they pull up because they're so bad at interpreting shit. Okay. She goes, well, that's interesting, isn't it? Given these searches I found today. So they tag her in something and goes, totally forgot about this. She says, does anyone know who at Suffolk Superior Court security should be notified before the next hearing? Okay. So apparently a long time ago, Erica Walsh was in a courtroom and she recorded the proceedings, and they think this is illegal. As you're going to see, it's not. We'll get to that in one moment, and that's because of me. So Lydia brings up Meredith's tweet, and she's like, "That's illegal." And by the way, these are the same people who played when I was in court with Krusty Panties the other day. Kim Fair was there. She recorded the whole thing because they had it that night. The koala had it that night. So obviously Kim Fair recorded the whole thing. And I don't care because it's not illegal. You're allowed to do that. You're not supposed to, but it's not illegal. If the court officers catch you doing it, they're going to tell you to stop. But nobody gets in trouble for it. So he says, huh? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Given these searches I found today. So she's looking at all my Google searches. And I don't know if you guys can read these Google searches, but these are mine. And it says, can you wiretap a courtroom? And I spelled it with a Q. Can you wiretap a courtroom? Can you wiretap a Zoom courtroom? And is it illegal to record a Zoom court? So they think they've caught something here. I love it. Watching the antis try to misinterpret it. So I'm going to give them a little thing here. Let me bring up a little article for you. Okay. Well, case law, if you will. Well, case law. All right, check this out. Oh, this Big Black Jeffrey. Okay. So there's this guy I used to write about named Big Black Jeffrey. We called him Sergeant Sausage. And Big Black Jeffrey was a cross-dresser. Who wasn't gay. He was like, you would think he's gay, but he's not. He's into chicks and young chicks, like real below 18. Okay. Gives them alcohol, is just a nasty, go read the Big Black Jeffrey blogs. If you guys haven't read those ones, the BBJ ones for old school Turtle Riders. No, this guy was a Final Four contestant in Ratchet. I think he made the finals in Ratchet Madness. He didn't win. I forget who he lost to. He might have lost to the Harmony Montgomery parents. I forget, but he was pretty fucking ratchet. And he tried taking me to court a bunch of times. And one of the times he tried to get me charged with something. I forget what it was. And I recorded it. We were on a Zoom call. It was Zoom court. And I recorded it. Okay. And somehow Team Storm got hold of this, Shannon LeBerry dump truck and Krusty, and they contacted the court and Big Black Jeffrey to let him know about this. That Aidan recorded your court proceeding on Zoom. And they gave him the legal advice to try to have me charged with wiretapping because he didn't know he was being recorded. Okay. That's the background here. And that's why I did those Google searches. Cause I'm like, wait a minute, can I even get in trouble for this? And as it turns out, you can't. Okay. So breaking news 2 months after Jeffrey McAdam, aka Big Black Jeffrey, aka Sergeant Sausage, filed a criminal complaint against Turtleboy for wiretapping a hearing for a previous criminal complaint that was heard by a magistrate in Springfield District Court. The same court has denied the wiretapping complaint. Okay. So this is BBJ, the cross-dressing sexual predator who posted semi-nude pictures of himself with underage girls drinking alcohol on its Instagram and Facebook pages. Lovely. Up there. I mean, look at this. How old are those girls? Jesus Christ. It was later discovered that Big Black Jeffrey was a serial rapist accused by many women of grooming them, performing oral sex on them when they were passed out drunk, and penetrating them during massages by making them feel comfortable because they thought he was gay. So this guy pretended to be gay to get chicks. And then he would make him real comfortable, pretend. And then next thing you know, there's a fucking finger up your coochie. That's what BBJ did. Okay. He tried and failed twice to obtain restraining orders on me for writing the articles about him. In July of last year, he filed a criminal complaint against me for harassment, stalking, and hate crimes. The hearing was held on July 19th, but was cut short because there was a lot of people in the court, and I had to pick up my daughter at the bus stop. This is a clip. So,
yeah, let me turn to Mr. Kearney.
Hold on.
And when I was 11 years old, I was 6'1", with size 12 feet. So 18-year-old Jeffrey, 21-year-old Jeffrey, 25-year-old Jeffrey, all kind of pretty much look like the same age. And he was using pictures of me, when I was out, young, dumb, partying with friends. No minors holding up any.
Can I post the pictures, Your Honor, of the pictures of himself with minors? I have time date stamps proving he is an adult, posing with minors with pictures of alcohol in them. If you'd like to see them,
I have plenty
if you like
articles that he has made about me all the way. His latest article he made about me was June 11th in 2021, talking about this procedure today, where he uses more pictures to harass.
Yes, pictures of you with underage women drinking alcohol and women who have credibly accused you of sexual assault. I will absolutely write about that every time, and it is constitutionally protected.
In this matter, anywhere in this matter.
What was that?
Nobody has come forth and made up any of those.
I have multiple women. Kat Goodale has said it. Multiple women have said it. You're a serial sexual predator, and you're upset that I wrote about you, and that's what you're mad about, Jeffrey.
Please stop.
No, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop exposing you. I expose rapists. That's what you are. Multiple women have accused you.
Oh, this is an actual courtroom. This is Zoom court that I'm in, and I filmed myself while in Zoom court.
That including Kat Goodale, who you forgot to mention has an active restraining order out against you. You went to the police with this. They did nothing with it because no crime has been committed here. I am allowed to expose rapists on my website, which you are. I am not harassing you, Jeffrey. I don't contact you. I do not contact you, Jeffrey.
Speak to me. Don't yell.
Okay, Your Honor, I do not. The bottom line is to harass a person, you have to contact them. I have had no contact with this individual whatsoever. He has provided no evidence that I have contacted him whatsoever. This should be thrown out immediately. It is a waste of the court's time.
This is a magistrate.
He's contacted me directly, as he has publicly posted it all over the internet on both his websites.
Where's the evidence of that, Jeffrey? Let's see that evidence.
All over the community in Western Mass towns.
Let's see that evidence.
I have hundreds of people that have been making threats to kill me.
That's not me, Jeffrey. I haven't directed anyone to kill you.
This all ties into the conspiracy theory.
There's no conspiracy.
Yes, it is.
No, I wrote about you because multiple women accuse you of sexual assault. I have not contacted you. You have provided zero evidence to this court so far that I have contacted with you. If you have, I would like to show it. You messaged me. Jeffrey, contact. Okay, so you have no evidence. Your Honor, please. This is a waste of the court's time. He's refusing to provide any evidence that I've harassed him because it's a lie. I've never harassed this individual. There's a waste of everyone's time.
What I'm going to do, hang on 1 second. I'm going to put you both back in the waiting room, and I'm going to get access to the criminal harassment, rather the 258E filings that Mr. McAdam has made. I'm going to take a look at those, and then I'll come back to this hearing. All right. Okay.
I got to play the whole thing.
Third time he's dragged me into court over the same exact matter that's already been litigated twice with harassment orders that he's failed on because I have not harassed him at all. I'm a journalist. I write about stories that are a matter of public concern. Mr. McAdam in early March was posting pictures, several pictures of himself with minors drinking alcohol and posting sexually charged messages. There were naked pictures on there that he's posted. He had 15,000 followers. He's somewhat of a public figure. So I wrote about it. Afterwards, I had multiple women follow up with me, and they alleged that Jeffrey McAdam sexually assaulted them. Several of them even provided pictures of him performing oral sex on a woman, which he posted on Instagram while the girl was sleeping. And so I wrote about this. I have not contacted Jeffrey McAdams in any way, shape, or form. This idea that I've called him on March 18th is completely made up. I don't have his phone number. As he admits on there, he claims it's a restricted number, which he is blaming on me with no evidence whatsoever, of course. But he's still, and he tries to use that to get the harassment order. And failed because I've never called this individual my whole life. I've never come to his house. I've never threatened him. I've never sent people after him. I've never encouraged harassment. As a matter of fact, I wrote an entire blog doing the exact opposite, urging people to read the blogs and do not act on them. I certainly am not responsible for comments left by third parties on the website. Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act protects publishers. Obviously, you would not be liable for comments left by third parties on your website. For all I know, Jeffrey McAdam wrote those comments. That's completely anonymous. I have not harassed him at any time. I've certainly not threatened to bomb his home. I'm simply a reporter reporting on a man who is credibly accused by multiple women of sexual assault, and there are pictures of him. I would be more, if you'd like, I can show you the pictures of Mr. McAdam naked with several underage women drinking alcohol. I think that's even pertinent. I think the matter here is whether or not I have harassed this individual, which I have not. I have not contacted this individual. We don't speak. We don't message. We don't email. We don't talk on the phone. I don't call. I don't harass. I don't do any of that. This is frivolous. This is ridiculous. And Mr. McAdam needs to stop wasting the court's time with this matter that's already been litigated twice.
Take it easy.
With harassment, he filed for a harassment order when this blog first came out in March. I drove to Springfield Court. I live an hour and a half away. I drove to Springfield Court. It was thrown out. It was denied. He literally went to the clerk's office the next day, filed for another one, got another hearing order in front of the same exact judge a week later. And they said this should not be here right now. This has already been litigated. So that was thrown out as well. And so because that failed, he filed for this because this is his next desperate attempt to continue the harassment of me and clog up the judicial system with his nonsense.
Wow.
What's your response?
Everything he's telling you is completely false.
Oh, shut up,
There are
BBJ.
no naked pictures of me on social media, and there are no pictures of me with any minors.
Can I upload them?
With drugs and alcohol. He used pictures of me actually back when I was a minor, or I was 18 years old. And unfortunately, when I was 11 years old, I was 6'1" with size 12 feet. So 18-year-old Jeffrey, 21-year-old Jeffrey, 25-year-old Jeffrey.
Okay, so still a predator, Jeffrey. So that was BBJ. So that's how, Jesus Christ, that guy was on fire. That's way better than Krusty did in court, huh? So anyway, so that was the hearing. I taped it and I posted it on social media. So he tried to have me charged with wiretapping because I taped that. All right. So goes on to say the hearing was postponed until November. It was one of my greatest performances in court. That's true. As I represented myself and defended the First Amendment. The criminal complaint was denied. Because I've had trouble with this court obtaining court audio in the past, I recorded the hearing from my office, and it was hilarious, but I didn't publish the video for the public to see. I shared the video with a woman named Krusty Panties, who turned out to be a lunatic. Krusty decided to align herself with an abusive woman who lost her kids to the state, Krusty, and decided to help out the rapist, BBJ, by showing screenshots of her conversation and ultimately providing him with the video. She also, Krusty Panties is such a fucking piece of shit. She also provided assistance to Ryan Waters, a man who was arrested for beating his girlfriend in front of her daughter and killing her 10-year-old puppy. BBJ was encouraged by another lunatic named Shannon O'Laughlin LeBerry, aka Dump Truck, who called herself The Storm and created social media accounts dedicated to posting my private conversations and helping criminals like Waters and BBJ. She vowed to end Turtleboy once and for all and urged him to pursue this criminal complaint, even though it's on April 13th, the hearing was held, and 2 months later, I received word that I won. Now that I've won, I can share the video from the November criminal complaint hearing since it's not wiretapping. It's actually hilarious as the magistrate lost complete control of the hearing. BBJ was attempting to have me charged with harassment because there was another one. Okay, hold on. I got to see this. This is another criminal complaint hearing I have with Jeffrey in November.
The female refused to meet up and fight her. Miss Goodale punched a hole and was asked to leave my property. At that time, I did not request to file charges as Miss Goodale had calmed down. On January 18th of 2019, Miss Goodale threatened to kill me and my other female friends. I know you saw those exhibits.
Mr. McAdam, I'm dealing at this one time with you and Mr. Kearney. I'm not dealing with Miss Goodale.
They created hate speech blogs when they incited to violence with the gun threats and accused me of false crimes. This tied us into transphobia. It was full of homophobic slurs, non-proven conspiracy theories, QAnon. He accused me of being a pedophile, all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God.
On March 1st, there were 6 separate blogs. So 6 separate blogs, which are 6 separate acts made all over Mr. Kearney's social media platforms that he runs, not his fan base runs.
Oh my
and
God.
both his websites on Turtleboy.
Oh God.
So you say Mr. Kearney called you on the telephone and threatened
He called me from a private number. I immediately called up. I notified the police, and they had me added to earlier on when things were going on, and that obviously did not work out in my favor at the time, and it's more of a criminal matter because I had been already filing police reports in their department against Miss Goodale, and then he had joined in with a harassment.
So Kat Goodale was this girl that she, like, one of his victims that he diddled starting as a kid. And she reached out to me, and I used her as a source in my reporting. And so he came after her too.
Okay. So there was issued, and he will be arraigned on December 20th, 2021. There are exhibits in there from Mr. Kearney's blogs. That is docket number 21.
You indicate constitutes criminal stalking.
So criminal stalking is 3 or more acts that it's basically the same thing as criminal harassment over a series of time, but involve a specific threat.
Oh God.
I don't think so, Mr. Clerk. I do have a witness who is on standby who has seen some of the incitement from Mr. Kearney. If you would like to hear from her.
And who are they?
Her name is Sylvia Rivera, and she has just been she's known me for about 14 years. She's from the city of West Springfield. I've known her kids. Right now, she resides in Florida. Okay.
So, Mr. Kearney, do you have any questions of Mr. McAdam?
Yeah, you said that I called you and made a threat. How do you know it was me on March 18th? What evidence do you have?
I didn't make any threats.
Should I respond? Yes. I have the incoming call. It is state unknown caller because Mr. Kearney is smart and he did *67 dial in. I have it in time to my phone.
So you have no evidence. So you have no evidence that it was me. You just have a restricted. You have a restricted number that came up, and you have no evidence that it's me. Correct?
That is false.
What evidence do you have that I was the person behind the restricted call?
Yeah.
I have a police report, I have my testimony, and I have an incoming call in my phone.
You have an incoming call from a private number. What evidence do you have that is from me?
Oh, get him,
I
Daddy.
know your voice.
So you have no evidence.
Mr. Clerk, I'd prefer to speak directly to you.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's a limited
Feel comfortable
right.
speaking to him.
Well, he's
Hang on, time out. Mr. Kearney, you're accusing Mr. Kearney of specific crimes, so he certainly has the right to be able to inquire of you under.
Yes, and I answered that. I answered that, and I have nothing further to say, as he is just continuing to start an argument and repeat the same thing.
Okay, I get it. All right.
So,
Kearney, any other questions?
yeah. So you tried. Is it true that you tried and failed twice to get orders against me?
I did try to get 2 no harassment orders against Mr. Kearney, one in April and one in March.
Were they successful?
There is a different burden of proof in a no harassment.
Were they successful? Were they successful, Mr. I'm asking you a question. Were they successful?
They were both denied.
Okay, so they were denied. Thank you. That's very much. So this is the third time you've attempted to do this. Thank you. The criminal statute in Massachusetts says that the person must make a threat with the intent to place the person in imminent fear of death or bodily injury. What I've heard so far is that I wrote a blog, and you believe that others then read that blog and decided to harass you based on what they read in that blog. However, the statute specifically says that the person that you're accusing of the crime, me, must make a threat with the intent to place the person in imminent fear of death or bodily injury. What evidence do you have that I've ever made a threat with the intent to place you in imminent fear of death or bodily injury?
That is a great question.
Yes, it is a great question.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to pull up the.
It is a great question. Yes, he
On March
compliments.
18th, after you threatened me over the phone.
Oh, so we have no evidence. Okay, the phone call that you have no evidence was from me. Okay.
On March 18th, after you threatened me over the phone, and after on March 1st, on 6 different platforms, you encouraged people to shoot me. You incited violence directly in your blog. As a result,
Can you show me the evidence of me encouraging people to shoot you? What evidence is there that I encouraged people to shoot you?
I'm going to bring that up right now. Bear with me.
I didn't encourage
I
anyone
have
to
never
shoot
once
him.
encouraged anyone to enact violence against you.
my
Actually,
God.
did the exact opposite.
So as you can see here, like the big black Jeffries of the world, stuff like that. If you newer people with the McAlberts, people have been trying to get me jammed up on legal shit since I've started this blog. Like so many people have sued me, tried to get criminal complaints against me, tried to get like shit. It never worked. Never worked. Even the McAlberts couldn't get simple fucking HPOs on me. Right. But somehow they got me with felony witness. Like that's what makes this such a joke is that like they can't do anything legally. So they just make shit up. We'll just call it witness intimidation then. That's what BBJ should have done.
Right here, pardon me, in the blog that you posted on turtleboysports.com, and I can even go to the link and find it. This is not a comment from a third party. As a result, you specifically featured.
We can't see that. You have to stop moving your phone. We can't see that. We cannot see that. We cannot see that. Magistrate, we cannot see that. Whatever he's doing, he's moving his phone too much.
Where's my blicky at no cap with a gun? And you stated that you will get low on this fucker, referring to me, and disappear for a bit.
Are you suggesting that I'm? Wait, no, excuse me, Your Honor. Excuse me. That is not from me. My name is not Andy Mack.
It is from you.
So I'm Andy Mack. Is that what you're saying?
You wrote it in. You incited violence through another.
I never. Can you show me an example, Jeffrey? Excuse me. It is my turn to talk. Can you please show me an example of where I specifically incited violence against you? You showed me a comment from somebody named Andy Mack. I have no idea. Excuse me, I'm talking. Excuse me.
Easy.
You showed me a comment from someone named Andy Mack. There is no evidence that you have shown that I directed Andy Mack to post anything like that. There's no evidence. Excuse me, I'm talking. Excuse me, I'm talking. There is no evidence that I incited anyone to post anything like that. As a matter of fact, I've specifically condemned that type of behavior. Are you suggesting, excuse me, I'm not done talking. Excuse me.
Spicy.
What you are attempting to do right now is abolish the First Amendment by putting the actions of others on me based on the things that I wrote. I simply exposed, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Things that you did, things that you posted on your public Instagram account that had 16,000 followers.
Mr. Kearney, let me get back into the action here because it's kind of devolving into a shouting match.
Easy,
What I would like you to do is ask Mr. McAdam certain questions. Mr. McAdam, after he's asked you a question, let him finish the question before you interrupt and so
I understand that, Mr. Magistrate, but I'm trying to get to the point, and he's interrupting me. I can't even.
I asked this, Mr. Magistrate. I asked a simple, straightforward question. Does he have an example of me inciting violence? Then he showed a comment from somebody named Andy Mack. That is not me. So I would again ask the question: do you have an example of something I wrote
reclaiming my time
or said where I specifically incited people to commit violence against you or stalk you? Do you have an example of that? Okay.
I'm going to pull up the exact blog so you can see that Mr. Kearney posted it himself.
Okay, let's go.
Not a comment by a third party as a result of the article. He made a homophobic, inciting blog against my protected classes.
Okay, can we see this where I said this, please? Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Off your blog.
A lot of talking. Let's see it. A lot of talking. Let's see it.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, Mr. McAdam.
I already showed you last time.
Let's
This is his post on turtleboysports.com. He puts pictures, comments. Like you said, some of these are comments from other people. He puts them in together to create these blogs. In this, you see the gun threats right there. Where's my blicky at? No cap. No cap, I'll get low on this fucker and disappear for a bit. There is a picture of a gun. There are comments. All of these comments are not results of the blog. They are part of his blog. You keep going through.
Mr. Magistrate, Mr. Magistrate, I would direct the witness. Mr. Magistrate, I would once again, he's devolving into, he's not answering the question. Mr. Magistrate, please. I would once again direct the witness to please answer the question. Can you please show me something specifically that I wrote?
At the bottom, this is your publishing at the bottom of the blog, the end of the blog. All of that was featured at the beginning of the blog. These are the comments from third parties.
Can you please, okay, Mr. Magistrate, I would once again, Mr. Magistrate, can you please direct the witness to answer my question? He has not done that yet.
Mr. McAdam, I understand your theory there relative to Mr. McAdam posting, Mr. Kearney posting things that you say become part of, and that therefore that's what the threat is. I understand you're saying that.
Those are all his and Caitlin's people that they conspire together. And Caitlin with him.
There's no question to you at this point in time. Mr. Kearney, another question of Mr. McAdam.
Well, I would just like this question. I specifically asked, can you please show me something specific that I said, that I wrote with my words, where I incited violence?
Asked and answered, Mr. Kearney.
Okay, so
he showed me the blog, and his theory is, I'm trying to put words in your mouth, Mr. McAdam. His theory is that by incorporating threats of others in the blog, that's him encouraging the violence.
What do you mean? I didn't get a chance to see those. I did not get a chance to see those. I didn't see the context of that.
You're talking about the Andy Mack.
Yeah, but what was the context? What was the context of those?
So this guy's like, he went through the comments section and he found comments that were threatening, and he's like, "You're responsible for the comments section." That's what he's basically saying here.
Screenshots. Was I? Can I please? I'd like to see that. But we have no context with that.
They're all under his blog, and I've already showed.
No, that's not context.
What do you mean by context?
Context. We would like to see those in context. Please bring that up.
What do you mean in context?
Google context if you don't know what that word means.
Oh, that's so rude.
Mr. Clerk, I don't understand the question.
Wow. He doesn't know.
I think what he's asking you is, they're contained within a blog that Mr. Kearney posted, is your allegation.
Yes, and he is responsible for that. Yes.
Well, I think what he's asking you is to see the beginning of the blog, where that begins.
Yeah.
In the context of all those.
Okay. Yes, they're hate speech blogs attacking my protected class. He states that Sergeant Sausage.
Wait.
He goes Sergeant Sausage.
Put it back on the screen so we can see it.
I see what's happened. Okay.
Sergeant Sausage.
The start of the blog is the Sergeant Sausage aspect?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So please, will you please scroll down
to date of that March 1st of 2021?
March 1st, 2021, yes.
Okay. So then, Mr. McAdam, if you can then scroll down from that March 1st, 2021 Turtleboy right there, and then go through it slowly, so Mr. Kearney can.
Yeah, I have it up on my screen too. I'm looking at it on my screen, so I can see it. Can you please scroll down to where it says, "Yeah, that girl on the left looks like she's too young to date Woody Allen"? Can you please scroll down to that, please?
Where does it say?
Keep going.
Too young to date Woody Allen?
Did you just pass by it? No, please, no, excuse me, please go back. Excuse me, please. I've directed.
Excuse me.
Stop right there. Stop it. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm asking questions. It's my turn.
Ooh,
so, can you please read that sentence to me?
I don't feel comfortable reading that, Mr.
Okay, well, you're trying to charge me with a criminal complaint, so please read that sentence to me.
Well, I can read it, Mr. Kearney.
Okay, so it says, yeah, that girl on the left looks like she's too young to date Woody Allen. And those aren't disturbing photos of anything. Then there is a picture of Jeffrey in his underpants that he posted on his public Facebook page with a young woman who is clearly underage holding a bottle of alcohol. And below that, it specifically is a screenshot of comments from Jeffrey McAdams' post. Those screenshots are comments on Jeffrey McAdams. I got those right off of excuse me. Those comments are from Jeffrey McAdams' Instagram. And it specifically says, this Andy Mack individual says, "That's my effing little sister on the right, yo. WTF." And then Hunter Murphy says, "Dog, that's effed because that dude is effing nasty in a freak show. Dude deserves to get ran up on." And then Andy Mack replies and says, "Where's my blickety at no cap?" Mr. Magistrate, those comments were all to have those comments on the blog in the first place. That means that they were stated before my blog was ever published. Those were screenshots that were comments underneath the post of apparently that girl's brother. I don't know, but I certainly did not incite those. Those comments existed before I had ever written about Mr. McAdam, and I certainly would never direct anyone. They were simply comments that shows that people were clearly upset about what this person was doing with young girls. I would never incite violence against anyone. I am simply reporting on what other people have said, and that is not a crime.
Mr. Kearney, okay, wait 1 second, Mr. Kearney. So, Mr. McAdam, the pictures and et cetera that are posted on that blog, are those pictures from your Facebook page?
So there's their screen. That's the best part is the violent comments he's claiming that I directed at him were screenshots from comments on his page that I screenshotted and I put it in the article. I'm like, even people on his own page don't like him.
No, some of them have been, but as you can see, these pictures were given to him by Caitlin. That's Caitlin.
Which Instagram account posted those pictures?
We're not part of.
Which Instagram? He asked you which Instagram. He asked you if you posted those pictures on your Instagram. Did you?
I posted these pictures.
So you did. Thank you. He did post those. He did post those. Correct. So where do those comments come from, Jeffrey?
I don't know if you know what Instagram looks like, but if you did, you can't post like that on Instagram. I'll tell you what Instagram.
Okay, so Jeffrey, do you admit then that those comments were made before? Excuse me.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Oh,
do you admit that those comments were made before I ever published any blogs about you?
I do not admit that.
Oh, okay. So explain this to me. Explain this to me. If those comments were not made before the blog was published, then how did I get screenshots of those comments?
Because you probably, I have no idea.
Oh, so you can't explain that. Thank you. So, Mr. Magistrate, what's happening here is those comments, it doesn't matter what platform they were made on, they happened before any blogs were published. Therefore, I could not have incited those comments to happen if they existed before the blog was published. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's not true.
How can I incite something in the past, Jeffrey? Do I have a time machine?
You can take a bunch of pieces of a bunch of things that happen at any time, put them together in a blog, finalize the blog, and publish
Okay,
the blog.
Jeffrey, how did I get those? Jeffrey, were those comments made before or after the blog was published?
I cannot give an answer.
Well, how about? I'll answer it for you. Mr. Magistrate. Those comments could not have possibly been made after the blog if they were included in the blog itself. They were clear. Thank you, and it was true. You were right. Those comments were made before the blog was published. Case dismissed. Before the blog was published.
Dismissed.
I could not have incited comments that already existed on the internet before I even knew who you were.
Get out of here.
They didn't exist on any internet that I ever saw. They were no.
So because you did not see them,
they didn't exist. That's what you're saying?
Because you didn't see them, they didn't exist. But yet, how did I get them?
All I know is you made these comments. That's all.
I did not make those comments.
Do you have an alibi that states?
By the way, this is a real courtroom. This is an actual. I know it's on Zoom, but this is an actual court of law. This is all being transcribed. There's a clerk magistrate in there. I just dismissed that shit. I go, case dismissed, motherfucker. It's official.
You didn't. Do you have an alibi that states?
Yeah, my name is not Andy Mack. I do.
You have no.
Excuse me. I did not make those comments. Hi, I'm talking. I did not make those comments.
Take it easy.
Excuse me, Mr. Magistrate. Are you going to get the witness under control?
Okay, Mr. Adam, if you would, are there any more questions, Mr. Kearney?
No, I'd like my question answered.
Wait. Because you're making.
Yes, this is an actual court.
Counteracting the comments. So I'm asking you specifically.
Just to be very clear, this is an actual real life courtroom in Springfield District Court. This is being heard in front of a clerk magistrate. This is a probable cause hearing. He has filed a criminal complaint against me for criminal harassment and stalking.
If you have any questions,
and I'm recording it.
Okay, so do you have any evidence do you admit that I did not make those comments, that I am not Andy Mack?
I don't admit that.
Okay, so you're saying, are you alleging that I am Andy Mack and I made those comments about you prior to the blog being published?
I don't know.
Okay, so you have no evidence. So you're saying that I could be.
So, Mr. Kearney, asked and answered.
Okay.
Next question.
Thank you. That's all.
Oh.
All right, so Mr. McAdam, there's no further evidence that you have. You've presented your evidence.
Yes, other than he admitted to conspiring with Caitlin Goodell, who had already been continuously threatening and harassing me. They made videos together. All over YouTube. If you want, we can sit through the 12-minute video. But, I know this is just going to do another back and forth, so.
Okay, so I have a question then. You say conspire. What does that mean? How did I
Conspiracy.
What is the 12-minute video you're referring to?
So in the video, they're just slandering and harassing me further. He talks about the blogs that he published and all the fake things. Nobody was going around accusing me of any of this other than Caitlin prior to Mr. Kearney making his blogs. When he conspired with Caitlin, they created the blogs together. She sent him pictures. I'm sure there were a bunch of other people involved too. I don't know because I don't know Mr. Kearney and I don't get involved with Miss Goodell.
Is that video something you wanted to submit as evidence?
Not really. If my complaint is issued, it'll be something I will be bringing on later on, as I don't feel it's necessary.
So, Mr. Magistrate,
that's fine. So, Mr. Kearney, now it's your turn if you wish to present any evidence on your own.
Yeah. So the video he's talking about, I'm a journalist. The woman, Kat Dale, was the underage woman that you saw in the picture, holding alcohol in a hotel room with Jeffrey in his underpants. And she reached out to me after the blog was written and said this individual sexually assaulted her. Oh. And so I had her on my show. I do a show 3 times a week, and I interviewed her. And she told me about what he allegedly did to her. She spoke her truth. Ooh. There was no conspiracy. That I am simply a journalist interviewing a woman who is credibly accusing Mr. McAdam of sexually assaulting her while she was a minor. that is well within the bounds of free speech. Mr. McAdam might not like that he is being publicly exposed for being a rapist. However, this woman has a right to be heard. She has a right to speak, and I have a right to speak with her and publish her allegations. If he believes something defamatory has been said, he's free to try to sue me in civil court. However, simply interviewing somebody who alleges something as serious as sexual assault is not a criminal matter. If it was, the West Springfield police would have charged me with a crime, but no crime has existed. I have never threatened to bomb anyone's home. On March 18th, I would never do anything like that. He's presented no evidence that I did anything like that. The comments that he is ascribing to me in that blog that you saw, that blog was published on March 1st. Prior to the blog's publication, I had no idea who Jeffrey McAdam was. I was alerted to this public Instagram account where images of underage girls in their underpants holding alcohol was widely viewed. The account had 16,000 followers on it. It was wide open. I could see all of it. And I simply wrote a story based on that. During my research into that story, I noticed that other people had been talking about Mr. McAdam for quite some time and his alleged sexual deviance towards minors. That's not good. The screenshot that you saw was a comment that was posted on Facebook by somebody who goes by the name Andy Mack and purports to be the sister of one of his victims. I screenshotted what he put to show that this is what people are saying out there about Mr. McAdam. This is what they're alleging. I did not make commentary on that. If you look at the blog, directly underneath the comment before that blog says, yeah, that girl on the left looks like she's too young to date Woody Allen. And these aren't totally disturbing photographs or anything. And then it's a screenshot of Mr. McAdam with a minor, several images of that. There's another one of him in a hotel room with a minor drinking Hennessy and holding a $100 bill. And underneath that are screenshots of comments that people wrote alleging that this man is a pedophile. Dozens of comments of people alleging this. Okay, below that,
we get the point.
I simply, the next comment I made on that as far as...
Okay. To the measure.
So at this point in time, I'm going to give Mr. McAdam a chance to make...
Oh, no. Oh, God. No more BB. So, a closing statement? Oh, we got closing statement. Closing statements.
Actually, and then you'll have a chance, Mr. Kearney. If there's anything that you didn't bring in previously.
I know.
So, Mr. McAdam, is there anything you'd like to say sort of as in closing?
Yes, just more about what Mr. Kearney just stated. I've never taken a picture drinking or doing anything illegal with a minor. Obviously, if that were true, I would have been investigated, or nobody's ever come forth to anybody and accused me of any type of a crime of that nature. In these blogs, Mr. Kearney refers to me as a transgender pedophile. He is lying. He states.
By the way, that he'll be on JFK show tomorrow. No surprise. Like, he had Brett on. That's how desperate he was. Like, he's had Krusty on. Like,
that he is transphobic as fuck. He writes that. He accuses me of conspiracy. This is on March 18th, 2021, with Cat Goodale to let people know what kind of animal he is, which we did. He's calling me an animal. He then states that he doesn't believe in anything. There's a such thing as bisexual. I know you saw all the homophobic slurs he was making in those videos. That is all continued harassment with the incitement there.
Look, that's opinion. I said there's no such thing as bisexual. I mean that. I think there's no such thing as bisexual. Either you like dick or you like pussy. You like one of them more. There's not a single person out there who goes out at night and it's like, what am I in the mood for tonight? Dick or pussy? Nobody says that. Everybody has a preference. Now, you might like dick, but you'll play with some pussy. You might do that, lick some titties, have a little fun. You might do that. That doesn't make you bisexual. That makes you fun. Okay. That doesn't make you bisexual. So I really believe there's no such thing as bisexual. I believe every single person out there, there's no one in the world that's like 50-50 could go either way on any night. Like, everyone has a preference, period. Done. Especially women. Because women, it ain't no thing. Have a threesome. You're hooking up, you're getting banged or whatever, and you're making out with some chick or something like that. You're licking her titties. Something, it's a little X-rated here. That's enjoyable. It's different with guys. It's hard to say you're not gay if you suck the dick, at all. You know what I mean? It's like, there's no thing. I don't know. If you're a guy and you suck the dick, that's pretty gay. It's you can call yourself bisexual if you want. You're gay. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't believe in bisexuality. I don't think it's a thing.
There's nothing good he's saying about me at all. None of that has anything to do with somebody sexually assaulting anybody. They're just homophobic hate speech blogs. He's just attacking me from any angle he can. I was never, ever accused. If there were any public pictures of me committing illegal acts, then people would have come forth. I would have been questioned. I've never had a public account with any of those pictures. If that were true, then I would have been harassed and people would have made comments like that over the years, not just because he made a blog with those pictures. That would just be him sharing something I already posted. That's a false statement that he just made to this court. He's also committed perjury several times.
Now, just to be clear, that's not to be confused with underscore S here with the tag team. That's not gay. Like if you're just two guys running train doing it, that's not that gay. But if there's any contact, that's gay. I'm just pointing it out there, okay?
A lot of what he's stating here under oath, he's contradicted from what he stated priorly in both no harassment hearings. He's stating that I am a rapist, and then he'll go through and try to steer your mind away by saying the word alleged or accused. But this is an opinion that he has. He hates me. He hates me for being a member of the LGBTQ community. I am not transgender. I never identified as transgender. I am not gay. As he stated, he doesn't believe in anything that has to do with bisexual. He thinks it's unreal. He states that he believes it's okay for a woman to be with a woman, but not for a man to be with a man.
I never said that. A lot of men were with men. Stop it.
Stop. This has been going on for a very long time.
It's a beautiful thing.
A lot of this from what he started.
The Romans loved it. The Romans loved it.
Have died down recently since I have taken him to this criminal court hearing. When it was just a no harassment hearing, he took the exhibits I had in the no harassment hearing. He made more blogs harassing me, making fun of my mocking me, continuing to do so. I know those things don't rise to the level of the incitement or the threatening phone call. Mr. Kearney has provided this court with absolutely no exhibits or evidence to show that he didn't make that phone call. I had already submitted and showed this court in our last hearing, and if you don't have a copy in front of you, I can email it to you or bring it in person to the court of the incoming time and date of the phone call. Mr. Kearney has a history of being brought into court for harassing other people. He has court tomorrow in another courthouse where he's being sued, but I cannot sue him for defamation of character because he is not a legal entity. He was taken off from being a legal entity in our state due to the amount of excessive lawsuits people have.
Oh my God!
21 years of age. Mr. Kearney has provided no court. Only a couple of them were. I was mostly printing out packets of like the long blogs. Most of the threats that I did show.
Okay.
And then I came appeared to be like machete type of a knife, and that man was charged. Mr. Kearney's specific that's inciting violence, but they couldn't file charges because the incident occurred online. Mr. Kearney lives.
It's not the same thing, actually, but.
Chief O'Connor stated it's the same thing as if we filed a complaint. He said
it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, actually, but
they didn't file their own complaint because it would be too, conflict. It would have been two of the double charges. You know what I mean? That is why they did not file their.
So the West Springfield police would not file a criminal complaint when you asked them to. They did not think there was probable cause to do it.
I had already filed a criminal complaint. I was granted a show cause hearing, which has been extended. This is hearing.
Anyone can get a show cause hearing, Jeffrey. Anyone can get a show cause hearing.
Encouraging me to screenshot all of anything that he did, to record anything that happened. Anybody who did anything as a result of that happened. The police report number is 21-800555. Sorry, 21.
Mr. Magistrate, if the West Springfield police believe that there was an actual criminal matter in this case, then they would have filed a criminal complaint. However, the West Springfield police did not believe that this was a criminal matter. Therefore, they did not file a criminal complaint against. So, if the West Springfield police believe that this was that I had committed a crime and there was probable cause, they would have filed a criminal complaint. They specifically chose not to do that, and that is why Mr. McAdam is here right now. This is his third attempt to try to weaponize the courts against me in order to silence my free speech, and I certainly hope that you see that, because this is an attack on the First Amendment.
Because the Springfield police, they put together a police report. They said go into Springfield District Court and go into the criminal court's office, asked to file a criminal complaint.
Yes, and anyone can file.
I can do it. They can do it. It's the very same process.
If the police choose not to do it, it's a very different thing than a citizen doing it.
I am a witness, first-hand witness to all of the incitement, the threats, the harassment that you made to me.
I didn't make any threat. I didn't make any threats to you. That's a lie. That's perjury. I never once made any threats towards you. It's a lie.
That's perjury.
You have absolutely no evidence to back that up.
Perjury.
You need to show me a threat that I made. I have not made a threat against you. You have provided no evidence of that.
Yes,
None.
I have.
No, you have not. You have not. You have not.
Mr. Clerk, I have the incoming phone call right here. March 18th, 2021.
No caller ID.
Mr. Kearney Smart. He's a journalist who's.
Oh, so you have no evidence. Okay, so you have no evidence of me. Thank you. Called him. He is lying. He's perjuring himself. He's wasting the court's time. We also don't even know what was said at that call. We don't know even what was said. I'm not being investigated by the police. That's a lie. That is a lie.
About my Springfield police when the courts were closed on October 21st of 2020.
An order against you? Is that what you're saying?
The judge has a right to limit what's
Are you saying? Did you just? Excuse me. Did you just? I'm confused about what you just said. Did you just say that Ms. Goodale got an order against you? Is that what you're saying right now? Is that what you're saying right now? I don't understand what you're saying. Did you just say that Mr. Goodale? Is that what you're saying? Did you just say that this Ms. Goodale? So Ms. Goodale does have an order against you. She does have an order against you, correct?
She does not.
Did she have an order against you?
She temporarily.
So she did. Thank you very much. She did have an order against you. Thank you very much.
Temporarily.
So she did. Okay. Thank you for answering my question. She did. Thank you.
Only need to establish probable cause to get an order against me. The judge gave me an opportunity.
Oh, so there was probable cause. Thank you. Thank you. There's no. I don't have an order against me. You couldn't get one on me because you didn't have probable cause. She did. Bottom line is, Mr. Magistrate, I've done nothing wrong. I have not called this person. I have not threatened this person. He's provided no evidence. He has provided no evidence. He has provided no evidence that I have done any of these things except for his
theories. Already willing to testify.
Okay, Mr. McAdam, I think I heard enough from you.
Okay.
Get him.
Okay, so Mr. Kearney, you haven't called him. There's been no direct harassment from you against Mr.
No,
I did not make that call on March 18th. We don't know what that call was about. He just shows that he got an incoming call from a private number. We don't know the contents of that call. There's zero evidence that I made that call. It came from a restricted number. Are we to believe that all restricted numbers come from me? No, of course not. I would never call this individual. I don't call blood subjects. I know the law. I don't break the law. He has provided. Excuse me. He has yet to provide any evidence that phone call was made by me, or any evidence that threats were even made on that phone call. Therefore, I have not. Excuse me. Therefore, excuse me. Do I get to talk?
Excuse me.
I just want to say one thing. Wait.
Whoa,
Mr. McAdam, you're not going to tell me who has or hasn't established probable cause. That's my decision and my decision alone.
Yes.
So,
I apologize, Mr. Clerk. I didn't mean that I established probable cause for this hearing. I just meant in some kind of a form.
Okay, so I think I've heard enough. I mean, I don't think there's anything else other than rehashing each of your positions. And I understand what you're saying. Now, the only question is, and I don't think you have to be part of this, Mr. Kearney, is Mr. McAdam, you have a complaint against Ms. Goodale as well, and she is not present. Okay. So, Mr. Kearney, if you have nothing further that you wish to say, I'm not making a decision right now. I'm going to look at all the evidence that's been submitted, including the information relative to the harassment prevention order files as well. I think that's relevant in this situation because that materials were presented for the purpose of obtaining a harassment prevention order, and there is clearly a tie-in between criminal harassment and harassment prevention order. I mean, the word is in the same in both things. To put it that way, one a criminal matter, one a civil matter, but they both involve harassment. So I do want to take a look. I will look at those files. I'll look at what was filed as well as other materials as well. However, so Mr. Kearney, if you're free to go at this point in time. The only matter I still have pending with Mr. McAdam is his complaint against Ms. Goodale. So, is there anything further you wish to tell me, Mr. Kearney?
No, just want to further clarify that the context of those of the March 1st blog, the evidence that he entered, just to clarify this, I know it can be a little confusing. Those were screenshots that appeared on a Facebook page. There were comments about Mr. McAdam, and they appeared on social media prior to me ever publishing a blog. Therefore, I could not have possibly.
Mr. McAdam, I want to discuss with you your application for.
All right, we get the point there, lawyer daddy. Okay, so anyway, that we went down a tangent. Okay, we went down a rabbit hole there. So anyway, we were talking about the Google searches that I did. And so it relates to this. So check this out. So I recorded that, and Big Black Jeffrey, I didn't tell Big Black Jeffrey I was recording that. And so then he tried to get me charged with wiretapping. Okay. And so then we went and we had a magistrate's hearing about wiretapping, and I won. So check out this ruling. This actually set precedent. The matter came before the court as an application for a criminal complaint for alleged wiretapping. The complainant, Jeffrey McAdam, and the defendant, Aidan Kearney, have a litigious history together in Springfield District Court. The defendant operates a website under the name Turtleboy. The website is somewhat controversial and is known for crass content, mostly consisting of local news stories from the New England region. More often than not, the stories are embellished with reposted content from individuals' public social media accounts. Jeffrey McAdam was the subject of one of Turtleboy's articles sometime in 2020. As a result of the article, McAdam claimed he was harassed by Turtleboy followers, and he subsequently applied for an HPO and criminal complaints against Kearney as the owner of the Turtleboy site. In one of the show cause hearings held on Zoom and recorded by an assistant clerk magistrate of the Springfield District Court, who had no control of the courtroom whatsoever, the defendant also audio and video recorded the proceedings from his location on his own device on 2 different dates. The defendant does not dispute this fact. McAdam learned of this recording sometime later and brought the new complaint, alleging the unlawful wiretapping is the subject of his finding. Discussion. Section 99C of the Act prohibits the willful interception of any wire or oral communication by any person except as specifically provided in a few narrow exceptions that neither party contends are relevant here. See Commonwealth versus Tavares interception as defined by the acts of secretly hearing or secretly recording or aiding another in secretly hearing the contents of a wire or oral communication. McAdam's argument is that the act requires both parties to provide consent before a legal recording of any oral communication may be made. McAdam admitted that he knew the court was recording the proceeding, but he never consented to Kearney recording the proceeding as well. So again, all courtroom proceedings are recorded, all of them. So he knows he's being recorded by the court, but he doesn't know he's being recorded by me. But what does that matter? Because it's the exact same audio, isn't it? Right? There's nothing different. It's the same place. In other words, McAdam contends that Kearney secretly recorded the proceedings because neither he nor the magistrate were aware Kearney was making his own recording of the proceedings. The primary goal in interpreting a statute is to effectuate the intent of the legislature, and the statutory language is principal source of insight into the legislative purpose. Whereas the language of the statute is clear and unambiguous, it is conclusive as to legislative intent. In such circumstances, the sole function of the courts is to enforce them according to its terms. Curtatone versus Barstool Inc. That was a Kirk Minahan case. As the SJC previously has articulated, the definition of interception provided in the act requires that an interception must be prohibited, must be secretly made, and without prior authority of all parties. Okay? Because the act does not define the term secretly, I shall give the term its usual and accepted meaning as long as it's consistent with the statutory purpose. In Curtatone versus Barstool Sports, we derive the words usual and accepted meanings from sources presumably known to the statutes and actors, such as their in the Curtatone versus Barstool case. Kirk Minahan did a recorded interview with Joe Curtatone, who was the mayor of Somerville at the time, and he pretended to be Kevin Cullen from the Boston Globe, and he recorded the whole thing. And then later on, they found out he was being interviewed by Kirk Minahan, not Kevin Cullen. And so Curtatone accused Minahan of wiretapping him because he didn't say who he was, and Minahan ended up winning, and Barstool Sports ended up winning that one. But then Curtatone appealed it. It's become case law. Like, it's crazy. Okay. Anyway, where's the final thing was basically that applying these definitions of the term secretly and keeping context in mind, it is clear that McAdam's argument does not carry the day as to probable cause. Kearney did not secretly hear or record the proceedings under the meaning and intent of the Wiretapping Act because McAdam knew throughout the show cause hearing that his words were being recorded. There you go. There you go. So for all you legal experts out there, okay, then get fucked, Tin Man Show. Go die in a fucking hole. How about that? You're bored? You're bored? How about I fucking find you and I take you out to some fucking farm and I make you dig a fucking hole and then I tell you to jump in it and then I just fucking bury you alive. How about that, Tin Man? You like that? I bet you that's not very boring, is it? That'll keep you entertained, right? Well, you beg for mercy and you beg me to let you live and I just laugh and I throw more dirt on you. You still bored, motherfucker? You still bored, huh? Oh, you bored? You know it's a cure for boredom? Fucking more dirt. How about some more fucking dirt? You like that? And you're no, I'm not. I'm entertained now. Oh, too bad. Oh, you can be more. How about some more fucking dirt? You still bored, motherfucker? I can excite things real quick for you, Tin Man. Anyway, so yeah. So for all these douchebags out there that are trying to like get Erica Walsh, say, oh no, Erica Walsh recorded a court proceeding. Check Kearney versus BBJ, Big Black Jeffrey. Go read that one. Turtleboy versus BBJ. And you'll see the case law has been established that you can record in a courtroom and it's not wiretapping. It's just frowned upon. That's all it is. It's just frowned upon. Okay. So there we go. So that was an hour. It took me to get through one turtle chat. Okay, next. Kelly Donahue sends $30, goes, hey, Turtleboy, great fake bus stop lives past couple days. Enjoying that extended Turtleboy content. You'll be keeping me entertained and awake for my drive home from Hubbardston to the Woo tonight. Don't ever change a thing. That's a weird drive, but okay. Don't ever change a thing. P.S. Hope you found that phone in the new sectional. Oh, was that you? Yeah. You know what's crazy? What's crazy? So I went to Bernie and Phil's the other day with my son, okay, to test out some couches. We sat on like 20 couches and, whatever. I have two phones. So I get back in the car and driving around, go to another furniture store and I'm like, get out. I'm like, where's my other phone? Can't find it. And I'm like, so I'm looking to find my phone app and it's in Bernie and Phil's. So go back to Bernie and Phil's. and I'm like driving around. Okay. And let's see if I have this. Hold on. I'll show you. No, not the wrong one. Hold on. Actually, I'll show you it. Might as well show you that. So I go back to Bernie and Phil's to look for my fucking my goddamn phone. And we're like in the store. I look like I'm looking for gold or so. I'll show you. And somebody, so a turtle rider sends me this picture. I'll show you. She's like, my sister was in the store, and there's me. There's me and Bernie and Phil's. I'm looking on my phone. There's my Turtleboy Jr. And I'm looking on my phone we're following it around looking for my phone. It's in some crevice of a couch somewhere. All right. And I found it it was in this one, I think. And I'm going to get this couch. Look at that couch. Tell me that couch isn't the bomb. That's going to be my couch. I love that fucking couch. I'm buying that couch tomorrow. I don't give a shit. So that's that. Okay. So that's, I think that's the person who just sent the turtle chat. Thank you. Kim from Texas sends $20 and goes, the more they hate on you, the more it makes me love you. Without you, they have zero content now. They just make shit up. Fuck them all. Keep doing you, Turtleboy. Thank you so much, Kim. You're right about that. Stephanie sends, $200. Let's go. Get the pain train moving. Choo choo. That's what this is. This is just the pain train. All I do here is cause pain and suffering to poor, innocent people. Like who? Like who are the people that I've caused suffering to? Let's find out. I have caused pain and suffering to. Actually, there's a video for it. You guys want to see the video of all the people I've caused pain and suffering to? I got a video. Got a video. Okay. I'll show you the video, huh? So they made a video for Brandi. You guys want to see it for all the pain and suffering that I've caused people? These are all the people that she listed in her song as causing pain and suffering. So let's watch it. Look at all the pain and suffering I've caused these people. Oh, Randall. Poor Randall. Who's that? Is that Christy Citroni? I don't even know. Oh, poor Nan. I caused pain and suffering to Nan. Oh, Jay Brill. He's suffering. Oh, Cavi Cav. Oh, no. Oh, no, 5150. So much pain and suffering. Oh, Krusty. Will anyone think of Krusty? Oh, is that BLT? BLT. We got it's fucking Broyles and Twisted Tragedies. You know who we have here. You know who that is. Oh, Crawford's dude. Oh no. Oh, Lisa Peralt. Will she ever be okay? Oh, we got the koala. Oh, he's so sad. Is that McDonough? Oh, McDonough. It's just the pain train. Pain everywhere. Okay. Yeah, pain everywhere. So, I just want to make sure the pain train stops, but not really. I kind of like the pain train. So yeah. All right, cool. So we got there. Next. Choo choo. Okay. We got a bunch here. Okay. CJ Last sends $25, goes, your show is head and shoulders above all others. And that's no disrespect to the other great content creators out there, like Mazda Media and Nurse Kim and The Glare, of course, and Melanie Little, who can forget. There's just so many great Great so that's and Uncle, Auntie Deb, obviously. But you're right. You're definitely right. And that's no disrespect to any of them. This is just a different kind of show. You know what I mean? We have fun here. We have a good time. But we also get serious. We also go over serious stuff. Like we talk about case law. We're just doing that. Some people get bored with it. I fucking bury them in dirt. A lot of content creators wouldn't tell their own supporters that they're going to kill them by burying them in a hole and just enjoy every second of it. I will do that to my own supporters. So there we go. Carrie sends $25, goes, shortly before all hell broke loose this morning, you actually said it's a slow day. Bless it. I know it was a slow day. That was going to be a short bus stop live. And then it all changed. Yeah, Defense Diaries. We all love those shows. Those are great shows. But it's Turtleboy. Come on. Kelly sends $100. Woo! Goes, Brandi and her boy asking for a meetup. I guess a threesome and some BDSM. No. Okay. Let's go. Can you video? Oh, geez, Kelly. To save that for Thursday night sex call. Thank you very much. Next. I've videoed enough. Quite thank you. It's gotten me in enough trouble, I think. But probably still do it anyway. Jennifer sends $100. Goes, some money to buy something for the house. Congratulations. That's too nice of you, Jennifer. I appreciate that so much. Next. Roger sends $10. Goes, on behalf of the pain and humiliation of Brandi and her beta cuck husband, put them both in the Ratchet Madness bracket. Leave Ross alone. I feel bad for Ross. He's in a tough spot. You got to protect your woman. You got to protect your lady. Like, imagine being married to her. He's probably got to listen to that all fucking day. Poor guy. Give him a break. Free Ross. Okay. Ghetto Chelsea sends $10. Goes, bottom shelf Brandi needs to learn to take a joke. Saying I stepped to her for making a joke about her name was hysterical. She does. She's got no sense of humor. She's like, Chelsea stepped to me. She stepped to you? Excuse you? Was this the 90s? Who uses that term anymore? You stepping to me, dog? You stepping? No, I ain't stepping on you, dog. Whoa, easy. Relax, bro. Like, people are making jokes on the internet. It's not that serious, Brandi. Okay? Easy. Cupcakes for Justice sends $5. Goes, hi, Turtleboy. Use this to get Nina a bus pass. Nina still thinks I walk. Why would I walk, Nina? Why would I walk 4 miles? Why would I do that when I have a car? Goes vroom, vroom. Thank you. Joellen sends $25. Goes, I want a fight club. I listed on the Twitch-Twat a lineup. Free Turtleboy. Okay. Linda sends $5. Go, hey, Turtle Dove. I think Brandel pulled that stunt running her mouth like a lunatic and making threats along with her gay husband. Leave Ross alone. All for content on her channel because she's so boring. That would make sense. Now she will get all the hood booger TBDS rabid dogs to her joke of a channel. Free Turtleboy. Fuck the ratchets. Love you, Doc. Thank you so much, Linda. Farisky sends $10. Goes, it would be funny if the other coaches in your league named their plays after the villains in your story. Imagine an opposing point guard dribbling over half court yelling, set up Kazi G. Or when they want to press, the coach screams, Mitch, good luck on the 27th. Yes. Mitch. Holden coach livery server. Livery or livery? How do you pronounce that? Sends $10. Goes, hello, Aidan. I'm Matt from Holden Coach Livery Service. I drove the school bus that you rented the last 2 days for your bus stop live program. I just wanted to let you know if you'll be needing a bus back. Hey, stop it. You're giving it away. We want them to think it's real. Okay. Nina's onto us. Nicola sends $10. Goes, hey, Turtleboy, I had laser eye surgery the other day. I can only listen to you for a couple days until my sore eyes are better. I just want to know that I'm blaming you for my pain and suffering. Sorry. A few things I adore. Nurse Kim, Justin is a little prick, and Meredith is a fucking asshole. Yeah, no doubt about that. Fuck them both. Also, please, can you minimize how many times you say the name Nina? That's my husband's ex's name. Sorry. She's another Meredith, and I hate hearing that bitch's name. I don't think Nina's going away anytime soon, but I'll try. Nagel the Lady Killer sends $10 and goes, Justin Aylaian reminds me of a future Colin Albert, a whiny little bitch who runs to a well-connected mommy and daddy to solve his problems. Free Kelsey and the Turtle Dove. Well, thank you very much for that. We're going to get to him. Linda sends $5, goes, Dr. Turtleboy, I don't know how you do it, honestly. I can't imagine the feelings of being so violated with complete strangers going through my private messages down to my Google searches and splashing it on multiple platforms. I commend you for your composure, because I can tell you, if that was my private info, I'd unleash the gates of hell in the legal system against all the proud. Here's the thing. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just so used to betrayal, and 5150 is just the latest one to do it. But I am enjoying the fact that they got the satisfaction that they got my entire cell phone extraction, and they can't find anything resembling witness intimidation. They can't find anything. All they can find is Google searches like the ones you saw about, can you wiretap a courtroom? Because I was doing research for that criminal complaint hearing. And as it turns out, you can't. As it turns out, you can't. So yeah, it's like, it is satisfying to see that like all this has come out and there's nothing there. Nothing. A-Rod sends $10, goes, the audacity of Altman and Meredith demanding any support from Melanie after Meredith tried to ruin your relationship with Melanie after posting those out of context messages about Melanie. That's a good point. I don't think Melanie's going to be swayed by that anyway. It was like one time where I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching Melanie, because they were like going over again. I have ADHD. When she reads the court filings, some people like that. Some people like to be read to. I'm not one of them. I like to read on my own. That's just me. Andy sends $10, goes, listen, Turtle, I'm in Utah. Did you know everything? The private eye in the Corey Richins case, hired by Eric's family, said he records and videos everything for protection, reminders, and knowledge. He also said he doesn't answer to anyone, not even cops. He's independent, works for himself. He was a badass old man. It reminded me of you. Love your face, K-Bye at NannyGoat49. Yeah, I mean, I did see part of that, and I love it, but Utah is a one-party consent state, so I don't think you can do that here. Thanks. Gabriel sends $10, goes, I love you, Turtle Daddy. With all the fierce haters coming after you, do you see a long-time future in what you're doing now? By the way, Krusty's voice grates my last nerve. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, man. I've been doing this for 12 years, and I'm only getting bigger. Why the fuck would I stop, man? Why would I stop doing what I'm doing? People are like, oh, when the Kearney case ends, he's going to die down. I'm like the only one who hasn't. Actually, no, everyone on my team is doing well still. Everyone. Because there's still more cases. You know who hasn't done well? The people who said fuck Turtleboy. Like, it is kind of like Karen Reed was a really good story. Really important story. I don't think, not that I'm like competing against Karen Reed or anything like that, because we're tied together throughout this whole thing, but like, I existed before Karen Reed. I will exist long after Karen Reed. Karen Reed was not the draw. Me telling the story of Karen Reed was the draw. She's the latest story I've told. Like, as you saw there, I was bringing the heat in 2022 with Big Black Jeffrey. That was entertaining as fuck. That was vintage Turtleboy right there, what that you just heard. It's actually more Turtleboy than Turtleboy. Like, that was fucking awesome. That was the best I've ever seen myself in court. And so, yeah, I'll be the people that are like, bitch, I got 5,000 watcher right now, right? Got 7,500 with Twitter, and a Rumble Rats. We got 24 on Rumble. So, yeah, like, I'm not going anywhere, dude. I don't know what these people are talking about. I'll be here for the rest of the time. This is what I will be doing the rest of my life, like, to be very clear. And I will continue to kill it. So there we go. Next. Patricia sends $5, goes, I love when you call stuff cringe. Well, thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, Nikki sends $10, goes, it's okay. When it's in a three-way, it's not gay. What's in a three-way with a honey in the middle, there's some leeway. The area is gray in a 1-2 3-way. Okay. Thanks. A-Rod sends $10, goes, Meredith started that lie that you can't see your daughter without supervision. She did start that lie. She completely started that lie. Yet she flips out when you mention her kid's school. Meredith is the most vile, disgusting, discerning person on the internet. Exactly. Like, I saw her complaining about somebody was on Lily's Spaces and like made a joke, made a song up from the perspective of Meredith's daughter. Like, my mom's gone crazy or something like that. And then said, like, this is written by, and then she says her daughter's name. Okay. And she like, oh my God, freaks out over this. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You released a video of my 8-year-old daughter crying, like a real fucking video of her. You stole her privacy. You shared it with the internet. You gave it to horrible people, to a fucking 8-year-old girl. Fuck your fake outrage. She never, ever, ever gets to complain about what other people do to her children after what she did to my fucking daughter. That's never. She's the one person on earth that can never talk about that because of what she did. And she spread a disgusting, filthy lie that I'm not allowed around my daughter. She took a screenshot of a message in which I'm like, yeah, if I ever get to see, my daughter alone, and then because there are rare occasions when it's just me and her, usually it's me and her and my son together. And I'm like, usually it's me and my son on Saturdays because they're cheering together and we're doing basketball and boys will be boys and girls will be girls. And that's it. And so she knows that. And she intentionally put that out there to try to make these idiots feel the way. She's done nothing to correct the record. And she just put it out there. So she wants to smear my kid like that and then cry when somebody just mentions her daughter's name. Are you fucking kidding me? Or like mentions the fact that her daughter has her last name for some reason and not her baby daddy's, who's in the picture and is also a custodial parent. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, next. Crazy Brazilian lady sends $10, goes, just to make Brandi Daniels happy. FYI, I shaved my legs. Well, good for you. I know I made a Brazilian comment before. Yeah. All right, cool. Let me see if we have any cash apps here. All right. Carly sends $15 and goes, kicking down doors and punking attention whores. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. I like that. Lorena sends $5, goes, Lydon, go to bed now. Lydon, Lydon, go to bed now. I don't know what that means, but thank you, Lorena. Anna sends $5, goes, spaying Werewolf and letting BB look at fool. Boston Brandi. Yes. Spaying her. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Werewolf. That's a good one. Next. Emily sends $5, goes, pulse check on PKD. Who's PKD? Oh, that's Purple Kool-Aid drinker. Max Crosby, no go, no mo. Yeah, I saw that. You guys had Max Crosby for like 2 days, and now you don't. There you go. Love to see it. I was listening to Felger and Master. They were talking about did Tom Brady send him to the Ravens to spite the Patriots and Bill Belichick? I'm like, that is the most. They're not in our fucking division. What are you talking about? Anyway, Lisa sends $20, goes, justice for Jill Daniels. Choo choo pain train. I'm surprised she didn't put Jill Daniels on that list of my victims. That's a good point. Okay, cool. If anyone else wants their messages read out loud to the class, click at my link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, and we can do it that way. Okay. All right. See if I have these in orders. So my friend Britt Happens, who you guys should follow. She chronicled all these. Is this it? Yeah, she's got it all on Twitter. Okay. All right. So they got the dispatch log of Justin Aylaian before he went to Kelsey Fitzsimmons' house to break in. Remember, he knocks the door down with his crew there, his brother, Brendan, and 2 other thugs, one other North Andover firefighter and a Haverhill firefighter. Yeah. So they have his dispatch log with the North Andover Police Department. Okay. And it is fucking wild. Okay. Let's read this. All right. So he calls at 10:30 a.m. that day. Hi, this is Justin Aylaian. I'm on the North Andover Fire Department. I'm off duty right now. I need to speak with the DOIC in charge. Yes, sir. Hold 1 second. Hi, is this Justin? Yes. Hey, it's Katie. And they've looked up this Katie chick. She works for the North Andover Police Department, which is the same place where Kelsey Fitzsimmons worked. And keep in mind, Kelsey Fitzsimmons just got shot One of their own just got shot. They're not mad at this guy, though. Hi, it's Katie. How are you? I mean, that's a silly question, but I digress. I do care. Yeah, doing as well. Thinking about you right now. So what can I do for thinking about you right now? She says, what? Oh my God. What can I do for you, Justin? What's that? I needed to discuss my options of retrieving my belongings from Phillipsbrook. So that's Kelsey Fitzsimmons home. Oh, gotcha. Well, it's your house, except it's not. So, I'm assuming that, you can make whatever arrangements if you just want to let us, because let's just say if this were, a scenario we deal with in our other case, if, with restraining orders, there's nothing barring you from returning to your property except for your own safety. So, I can't know, we don't have any jurisdiction and we don't even navigate about mutual property. So when we get restraining orders, people have to, commonly the defendant would ask to, it's different in this case because you may be in stow, from what I understand, but any property that's in there is between you, Kelsey, and civil courts. It doesn't have anything to do with us. We have no jurisdiction to say what can't be removed, what can't be, bitch, either it's his house or it's not. Okay? And the fact of the matter is, it's not. Okay? That's it. So I'm able to go to the house. Am I able to go to the house with a bunch of fire buddies and remove my belongings? I just know, yes, we have no jurisdiction on that. I don't, are you in communication with their family and things? Like how? No, I am in no communication with their family whatsoever. Yeah, do you know if they're at the house at all? It would be my only thing if you wanted to. I don't know. Go, if you feel like they're there. I mean, it's your house. It's not his house. So truly, you can go there anytime you please. And let's just say, hypothetically, they were there and they got all bent out of shape about that. What you could do is just call for us to explain that to them. So my only concern, I know they're like blaming me for a lot of this. Yeah, I wonder why, dipshit. Because you went and got because you went and took her baby, like pro se, like not pro se, ex parte. You got an order which you told a one-sided story to the judge, filled with lies, in order to get the baby for yourself. Okay, so yeah, shocking they don't like you. Yeah, I get it. They are there. Yep. For the potential retaliation or any sorts. Yeah. So, you can play it however you like to play it. I'm going to leave that up to you. One option would be to shoot them a text or anything like, just so you know, I'm going back to the house to pick some belongings. No, absolutely not. I'm pretty sure they would show. Yeah. Okay. So what you may want to do is just what you got to do. I can't keep you there from there, nor would I want to. It's your house as well. It's your property. So it's technically the deed is in her name. Sure. So it's not her house. Technically. Also legally. Sure. But you're like obviously a resident of that house. Yeah, you have legal standing in there as far as civil clerks. Civil courts are concerned. You have the keys. You have access. I know you live there. We know you live there. We're just not going to stand in your way from collecting your property if you go and do your thing. If you go there and someone's there, we can, before you even go in the house, you call us, meet us over at the school parking lot area and be like, they're there right now. Can you send someone by to keep the peace? And we'd be happy to do that for you. We do it all the time. Okay. Especially if the roles are reversed. If you had been asked to leave the house, we do this all the time where, the other person who has resided there has a legal right to grab their things. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to get as many friends as I can and get out of there as fast as humanly possible. Yeah, so if you end up being there, and either if they're there already, my suggestion would be to kind of hit over to the parking lot of the school, and we can break the ice, keep peace, be like, hey, Justin has every right to grab his things, And, okay, you should just cooperate with this because it's just why create more issues. I mean, it's not a, like, you live there too, you know, with your baby and in yourself for quite a bit of time. So we could break the ice, Forrest, if you would rather just do it that way and hope that they're not there. Yeah. And then I'll show up while you're there. Just try to keep the cool heads and just call us and we'll send someone right over and keep the peace, you know, just okay. Don't even mention anything and just disturb and be like, you know, the police will come down and we'll sort this all out. Bitch. Oh my God. How's this? This is a grown woman talks like this. He doesn't live there. He's not on the deed. They've changed. He's not welcome inside. Okay. You know, I'm okay. I'm not trying to create any, more difficulties for any of us. And let's just call the police. They've come down and help us, so no need to put heads. No, sometimes things just get emotional, difficult. So, but, we can diffuse it a little bit if we just stay. Hey, let's just hang out for a minute and we'll call the police to help us, tell us. And that's what we say. What we'd say to the family is, you know what? We're trying to, he has a legal right to grab what he wants out of the house, He's resided there. The son's in his custody, so you got to grab the baby things, I'm sure. Okay. So, and there is down the road, like any dispute on property, we would tell her if she has my 50-inch TV's gone, he took it. We would tell her she had a ticket, probably to court. So so it's not his house. He doesn't have a key to it. If he feels he needs something in there and the family doesn't want him in there, then he can go to court and he can get it fixed out, get it that way. If you know what I mean? What you can't do is just fucking put your shoulder in the door and break down the door. That's what you can't do. But he does that. If she says, oh, my 50-inch TV's gone, he took it, we would just tell her she'd have to take it up with the probation court. Like, so she's already in. So basically, if look at what she's telling her. If there's any dispute on property, what we would tell her, like if she says, oh, my 50-inch TV is gone, he took it. We would tell her she'd have to take it up with probation court. So she's basically telling Justin, just steal shit if you want. You can just steal shit. Tell her later on. She's been shot anyway. Just take whatever the fuck you want. She's probably going to die. Yeah, so I just want my tools, my clothes. Right. I mean, how bad do you want your fucking clothes? I don't have any of my stuff, so yeah. You have your weapons. I think you have. I removed those. I removed them all from the house the night prior. Yeah, so that property, we would just take a report from her and say, talk to the courts, because that's not our purview. Okay, understood. I removed them from, let's see. So if you're not going to give if you're not going to give them a heads up, which is your right to, it's not my business to tell you what to do. That's not our jurisdiction because you don't have an order against you. And you have a legal stand in the house, and just call us if you happen to see their car there. Yep. And we'll meet you there and break the ice with them prior, and we'll go from there. And if they show up, just call us. Hey, I'm trying to get some property. Can you tell us to send the police? So even though I have a temporary restraining order right now, I'm still allowed to go to that house. Yeah, the restraining order's on her. It's not keeping you. It's her, okay? Okay, understood. Thanks for your time. Okay, all right. Take care. You got it, Justin. Call back if you need any help, okay? And I really do feel for you. And just know that I know this is terrible, but I'm like, a lot of support you. And, we're all, it's terrible what you're going through. So, yeah, no. I mean, Jesus Christ. It is, it's a nightmare. And I support you. And you're so kind to everybody. So anything you need, let me know, okay? Oh, my God. This is the police. Like, imagine them talking to anyone else this way. This is insane. Appreciate it. You got it. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. So it's a 10:40. All right. And this is at 10:31. So is this back in time? So first he calls up. Hi, it's Justin Aylaian. I'm an off-duty firefighter. This is Lieutenant Lowe. Can I help you? Yeah, it's Justin Aylaian. I'm going to 25 Phillips Brooks to retrieve all of my belongings today with other members of the fire department. I had spoken to Sergeant, whatever, yesterday about what would happen. So this is the next day. If she said I had full authorization, she said I had full authorization to retrieve all my belongings. I don't think she said that. And if her family shows up, to call police, to call for a police officer, given the intense nature of what's happened in that house and what her family's been trying to, I need to request a police officer is there at 9:30 when I show up. Like I need to request a cop. So he wants a detail, and details cost money. You got to pay for your police detail. He's literally asking for a police detail at the fucking house. Okay. So we're going to be there for 2 hours. 2 hours. How much time do you need to get your shit? And given the potential and intense nature of what happened there, I don't know what has happened. I don't know what they're going to do. And I'm going to have to request that a police officer's there. Yeah. Can you hold a second? I'm told the plan is if anybody does show up, give us a call. We'll be there immediately. We're limited on time today on staff. We can't fucking give up. We don't have a spare cop. It's a small town, bro. We don't have a spare cop to babysit your ass for 2 hours while you get your fucking gym shorts out of there, pal. Okay? And also somebody got shot there the other day. It's a fucking crime scene. You can't just go in there and fucking... How fucking long does it take to pack your shit up, bro? You have 4 guys with you. You're not moving a fucking couch, are you? What did he need 4 guys for? Unless you're bringing a pot, unless you're looking for a fight. All right. I'm going to have it noted that if something does happen, I requested 2 times for a police officer to be there from the beginning. I want that noted, and I will escalate this, he says. He actually says that. Because this is not right. From giving a situation that occurred in that house and the potential for something else to happen, and my family should never have been put in that position in the first place. I'm requesting something that should be placed there. And you're telling me no several times. That right there is not right. Like, this dude literally says, hey, okay, the lieutenant or whatever is like, bro, we're not giving you just give us a call if there's an issue, bro. You're a grown-ass man. Fuck you worried about? You're worried about her elderly father? Stop it. And this guy's, given the volatile situation, how she got shot, how you got her shot. And then Katie comes back. It's Katie. We spoke yesterday. We did speak yesterday. We did speak yesterday. Given the intense nature of the situation, what could occur, I'm going to be there for 2 or 3 hours now. I know what her father's capable of. What is her father capable of? I know what could happen. But you social media there, I'm just telling you, I understand the stressful situation, but we spoke to yesterday was that we weren't going to prevent you from going in the house. But if something happened, you would call us right away and we'd be there that was what we, okay. No, we did speak about that. And after thinking about it again, I want to make my concern noted 2 times. So if something does happen, if something does occur, this will be noted and I have no problem escalating you further. What the fuck does that mean? I appreciate your time. Thank you and have a good day. Time are you heading there? I'll be there at 9:30 with 5 or 6 other men. Jesus Christ. It's going to be a couple hours. Oh. All right. Well, there was no formal request at a certain time, Justin. And I understand that. I went through Crystal as well. I asked Crystal. Crystal said she would ask as well that I never coming back to me. The formal request I called yesterday. You gave me this information. I'm calling again this morning and I'm telling you that you guys do last minute details every single day. This is a last minute detail. Yesterday would have been a detail that was not last minute. Okay. Would you like a detail? I am not paying for a detail. So yes, I would like a detail, but I'm not paying for it. I'm just trying. Family should have never been in that situation. My child and myself should have never happened. So Justin's the victim. Justin's the victim. Not, no, he seems real concerned about Kelsey, who's fighting for her life in a hospital as this happens. So he's the victim of this some fucking how. Justin Aylaian is this. Now, granted, he is right that like she shouldn't have got shot. Like the North Andover police completely fucked this up by not sending a goddamn female cop or social worker or something. Instead, they send 3 armed men to take her baby at gunpoint, basically. And, surprisingly, things didn't go well. I will absolutely escalate whatever I have to do. If I'm saying that I don't feel comfortable and I don't want to put my brother again, my friends into a situation where something could occur, if you knew what happened, I don't know what her family could be capable of at this point. What could they possibly do? They've already filed negligence against me as the father when there's been nothing. So they filed something. I did not know that. They filed something in court against him. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they would be capable of. But if you want to wait and find out, that is on you. And I'm glad this is a recorded line, this cunt. Okay. Oh my God. He wants to speak to the manager. So I'll be there at 9:30. If you don't have someone there, all of my concerns have been noted. Thank you for your time and goodbye. Oh, what a cunt. Then the next day, I grabbed my belongings. The alarm did go off. It had changed the locks. The alarm did go off. Her dad has the full system set up. He has everything he's going to know. He's going to know I did it. The alarms went off, and I have no doubt in my mind he's going to be driving down from New Hampshire to show up here. Okay, whereabouts in New Hampshire would he be coming from? He's up in the Rochester area. He's probably 40 minutes away. Okay, I don't know if he's coming, but I have no doubt in my mind that man is going to come down with a vengeance. The picture that he's creating of Kelsey's father is just wild. I don't know anything about Kelsey's dad. Nothing. But Justin Aylaian is making him sound like he's in the fucking mafia or some shit. Like, bro, the dude owns his own alarm business, as it turns out. Like, I don't know. What? And did they really call DCF on Justin, or is he making that up too? This motherfucker just broke into the house. Yeah, broke in. I think she said, like, if you have a key, which he didn't. So he just fucking broke in. How is he not being charged? It's crazy. All right. Her dad looks pretty young. Dude kicked the door in. Exactly. Never happened. Okay, that's what I thought. So he lied. Why do you think that? I called 2 times. My family should never have been put in this situation. I called 2 times yesterday and once today. I'm asking for a detail here for 2 hours. If that's something you guys can't do, I will gladly escalate the situation. This is ridiculous. He loves saying this. This guy thinks he's entitled to everything. What do you mean by escalate the situation? I will go to the media. Oh, what a little bitch. I'll go to the media. I'll do whatever I have to do to ensure my family's safety, my brother's safety here, and 2 firefighters that are here. If his family comes down, they're absolutely going to be doing something. Yeah. I mean, what a fuck. Now I see what this guy's all about. It's just making shit up. Like creating this, just lying to make Kelsey and her family seem violent and all that. Like, what a fucking lying piece of shit. Fucking maggot. You're saying there's no resources for this. It's insane. If you need a detail, I can put a detail out. I will not be paying for a detail. We know you, cheap motherfucker. Given the circumstances of this, you can bring this to the chief. Please bring it to someone, because I'm not paying a cent for this. This is ridiculous, okay? Given the circumstances and the escalation of the situation, you not recruit. Providing a detail and having it be your guys' idea is unbelievable. We can provide a detail, but you're going to be charged for it. I will not be charged for that. You know what? I'm glad this is the 3rd time this is happening, Because when something does happen at this location, it's going to be on that department. Once again, this is unbelievable. Oh my God. This guy's just like, when I don't get my way, I'm going to go to the media and you better get something down. He's a drama queen. That's all this shit is. A cheap drama queen at that. Justin, when he gets here, just call us. We'll send an officer to keep the peace. That's not how it's going to go down. But thanks for your time. That's not how it's going to go down. Like, oh, because you're now I got the full picture of who this piece of shit is. Okay. Yeah, the where can I see the motions in lemonade on this? I want to see this one. So yeah, there is a and they did an interview with him. They videotaped it and then they just didn't play the video. Okay. And he's like, I had a right to break into there. I had a right to do this. This motherfucker. So we're going to be, there's a hearing coming up in Lawrence for this on Thursday. I'm going. It's at 10 o'clock. I got to get, as soon as the kids get on the bus, my fake bus stop live, I'm going to get in the car and I'm driving to Lawrence. And I hope to see some of you guys there. At Lawrence, at Essex Superior Court in Lawrence. Let me see how far it is from here. I want to see how far away is Essex Superior Court from here? One hour. Okay. It's 1 hour from here. Probably closer. The ex-wife's house a little closer too. So yeah, I'll be going right there. So I should be there at 9:30 and we're going to be there. We're going to be supporting Kelsey Fitzsimmons. And I hope to see a lot of you guys there too. Because we need some energy there. We need some real energy for justice. Okay. And we need to be outside making some noise because it's out of control. This, you know, if you want to bring signs are cool too. Charge Justin Aylaian, you know, busting Justin does whatever he wants, you know, whatever you want. So, and so, yeah, although I have fake kids, I can just not go to the bus stop, right? I could do that because I'm not allowed near them, right? That's what they say. But anyway, yeah, can I, I already have a media pass. So during the trial will be the week after that. Starting on that Monday. So I will be there Thursday. And I hope to see a lot of you fine people there as well. Okay. So let's get down there. Boots on the ground. I want to see a lot of you fine people there. No tailgating. We're there for justice. I might have a megaphone. We'll see. I don't know. We'll find out. But we will be there at Essex Superior Court on that day. Okay. Just in it for the money, as Melanie calls them. Yeah. All right. Do we where can I see these motions in lemonade? Somebody's got to have them on Twitter. Kyle Sharkey's probably got them. Kyle Sharkey's got everything. There we go. Of course he does. Of course he does. Okay. So everyone should file at Kyle Sharkey 8. Her motion. Defendant's motion eliminate for certain rulings. Okay. Their request for jury questions. Prohibit questions regarding current duty status. Oh my God. So they don't want them to be able to talk about the duty status of Noonan, the cop who shot Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Oh, interesting. Kyle's doing some. Let's look at this article from WCVB because she has her trial. She's going to be acquitted. I know it. I know it. All right. Can we play this? Do we have to watch some stupid commercial? Okay. Marquise Jewelers. Yep. Okay. Lovely. Oh, look at that. Oh, there we go. Cash. Oh, cash is everywhere. Nice.
Thousands of dollars. Only at Marquis Jewelers in Newton.
This morning, attorneys for the North Andover officer shot by a fellow officer want all witnesses to...
Why are they stroking? Oh, that's what's her name? That's Katie Falconer, isn't it? Oh, read my stories on her. She was complicit in dog abuse. Fucking piece of shit she is. She's horrible. Evil.
Attorneys for the North Andover officer shot by a fellow officer want all witnesses sequestered in her upcoming trial.
Kelsey Fitzsimmons is accused of pointing a gun at officers who were serving her a restraining order. Her attorneys deny she pointed a weapon. In a new court filing yesterday, they asked the judge to keep witnesses separated during the trial and to bar labels like victim, suspect, or target. They also want jurors questioned about suicide and law enforcement ties during jury selection, and to limit the scope of the trial to the shooting itself. Fitzsimmons' trial is expected to begin later this month.
No, that wasn't that interesting. Okay. Go back to this. Oh, Kelsey's very hot, for sure. One of those cops. Okay. Let's see. Betero says, I can't say that I've ever seen a prosecution motion seeking a pretrial ruling and on an absolute bar on cross-examining on witnesses' bias and motive to favor the prosecution. Cross-examination and confrontation seeking to expose a witness's specific bias is a fundamental constitutional right. Actual bias is always subject to examination. And here, there is at least a good faith basis to do so. The defense cannot be handcuffed simply because the prosecution says no benefits were given. Juries decide credibility, including motive to favor one side over the other. Every trial lawyer is familiar with SCOTUS chiming in on attacking a witness for actual bias on the case at hand as far back as 1974 Davis versus Alaska. The witness, of course, can deny it, and jurors can assess any possible bias and determine the witness's credibility themselves. But a prosecution motion is seeking to disappear the issue entirely. Unreal. So this is their motion. I don't know if you guys can read it, or if it's too small there, I'll read it for you. It says, Commonwealth's motion in limine to prohibit questions regarding claims, rewards. Oh, right here. We got it right here. Suspicious sauce. At DD, at Suspicious Sauce, another good follow. Let me go bring up their thing. $35 pages? What? Bro. Can we zoom in? Where's the zoom button? How do I get out of this? Bigger if I do it this way. Okay. Now comes the Commonwealth and asks this court to prohibit the defendant from questioning Justin Aylaian about claimed promises, rewards, or inducements. As reasons, therefore, the Commonwealth maintains that the witness has been offered no promises, rewards, or inducements. Okay. So you can't even ask because we said so. Okay. At approximately 6 o'clock on June 30th, Lieutenant Daly, Officer Patrick Noonan, and Officer Tim Houston of the NAPD responded to 125 Phillips Brook Road to serve the defendant with the restraining order. The defendant is a police officer who resided there with her fiance, Justin Aylaian, and their 4-month-old infant. Earlier that day, Aylaian sought and was granted an abuse prevention order out of Essex Probate and Family Court. Aylaian alleged that the defendant physically assaulted him over the previous weekend, and that Aylaian alleged that the defendant physically assaulted him over the previous weekend, and that he was in fear of her and for the safety of his child. He stated that the defendant had assaulted him in the past and feared that the defendant would hurt herself and the child if he were to leave. Right. Along with the serving the order, this guy is such a little bitch. The officers intended to remove the defendant's firearms from the residence and transfer custody of the child to Aylaian. After arriving at her home, the officers informed the defendant about the RO, advising her she was required to relinquish her firearms and give Aylaian the baby. The defendant told the officers that her firearms were locked in a safe in the basement. Approximately 10 minutes after the officers arrived at the residence, they called Aylaian to gather his belongings and take custody of the infant. In anticipation of Aylaian taking the baby, the defendant gathered items, clothing, diapers, bottles from the house, Officers Houston and Noonan escorted her between rooms. After gathering bottles and diapers on the first floor, the officers escorted the defendant to the second floor so she could get baby clothes. While on the second floor, the defendant's mother arrived at the house. Aylaian, who had been waiting at the police station, arrived shortly thereafter to take custody of the baby. When the defendant heard Aylaian, she asked Officer Houston to keep him away from her. To maintain order, Officer Houston left the defendant and Officer Noonan on the second floor and went to monitor Aylaian as he gathered belongings in the basement. I mean, they fucked this up so bad. Lieutenant Daly remained on the first floor with the defendant's mother, Aylaian and Officer Houston. So the mother was there when this happened. Minutes later, he heard Officer Noonan on the second floor yell, "Kelsey, don't do it. Kelsey, don't do it," followed by 2 gunshots. Don't do it. Why would he yell, "Don't do it," if she was aiming the gun at him? That doesn't make any sense. Don't do it. Don't do it. She's got it to her temple. That makes a lot more sense. Don't do it. Don't kill yourself. Don't do it. If she's aiming the gun at him, don't do it. You're not going to yell, "Don't do it." You're going to shoot, aren't you? You ain't going to yell, "Don't do it." That doesn't make any sense. Does it? That's what cops are trained to do. If you have a gun pulled on you, if she's pointing a gun at him, you're not going to yell, don't do it. You're just going to fucking shoot her. You're just going to fucking shoot her. You're not going to, "Don't do it. Don't do it." That's what you'd yell if you did it. So it sounds like what happened to me, what happened here, is did he like shoot her in a place where he thought it would be non-fatal? Is that what he did? Did he try to shoot her in like a non-fatal place just so that she wouldn't kill herself? Which would, I would argue, some would argue, was noble, like almost like if he was actually trying to prevent her from killing herself. Did he do that? Because how do you shoot and not kill? You know what I mean? Like from point blank range, you shot her and she didn't die, right? I don't know. Am I wrong here? It was her chest. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's fatal. That's center mass. So it's a fucking miracle that she lived. I don't know this case that well. All I know is she should get her baby back. That's all I know. Mom should be with her baby. So he shot her twice, center mass. That's okay. You're not doing. I thought maybe he shot her in the shoulder or something like that. Maybe shot her arm. Maybe some shit like that. I don't know. Okay. I didn't know. I know it's not noble. But I'm saying, so he didn't shoot her to try to disarm her. So he shot her to kill her. Okay. The other cop was in the room too. One missed also. He panicked. It was a bad shot. Okay. Kelsey, don't do it. Kelsey, don't do it. So he takes a gun out. Kelsey, don't do it. Kelsey, don't do it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's crazy. Whew. That's crazy. Okay. Wow. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. So no, I don't think he's being noble. I didn't know that. I didn't know he shot her in the fucking. There ain't nothing noble about that. I thought maybe he shot her. If he actually like shot her in the arm just so she would fucking not kill herself. Okay. It saved her life, but I didn't know he shot her center mass. He was trying to kill her. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Anyway, it goes on. He ran upstairs, rendered first aid to the defendant who had been shot once in the abdomen, and requested an ambulance to the scene. Lieutenant Daly observed the firearm where the defendant was lying and moved it to the bed. Officer Noonan was briefly alone with the defendant on the small second floor. The defendant was kneeling on the floor in her bedroom, folding laundry for the baby. While standing in the doorway, Officer Noonan observed the defendant face him, lunge behind the door frame, and reappear, pointing a firearm directly at him. The defendant pulled the trigger, and he heard a click, but no round fired. I don't believe that. I don't believe she tried killing a cop. The defendant began to stand up as Officer Noonan pulled his firearm out of his holster. As the defendant attempted to rack her firearm to chamber a round, Officer Noonan gave several commands, including drop the gun, don't do it. Believing that she was trying to kill him, Officer Noonan fired once as the defendant continued trying to chamber a round. Officer Noonan fired a second round, striking the defendant. The defendant filed a motion for disclosure of promises, rewards, and inducements. We know about that. Claiming there was overwhelming evidence of a criminal activity, including the breaking in and felony destruction, blah, 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 blah. The video, we know about all this. However, after careful review of the evidence related to the entry at 125 Phillips Brook Road and the allegations against Aylaian, the Commonwealth concluded that it had no good faith basis to file charges against Aylaian. Oh, except you do. But all right. As an initial matter, there's no evidence that the order of the probate and family court that went into effect, which remains in effect to this day, is fraudulent or full of lies. The defendant, well, she didn't get a chance for a two-party hearing, did she? Because she got shot. The defendant repeatedly disparaging the ruling of another court and filings in the Superior Court demonstrates a lack of respect for the judicial process. I hate when they say the defendant. The defendant's lawyer, okay? The defendant's lawyer wrote that. So Bradel wrote that, not Kelsey, all right? In any event, the defendant's accusations failed to recognize that when Aylaian was granted custody of the child he shares with the defendant, he needed to obtain clothing and other items of daily living for both the child and himself from the house he shared with the defendant. In fact, Aylaian was in the process of getting those belongings from the basement when the shooting occurred, and he fled without anything. How does that explain how he stole $5,000 from her bank account and logged into her shit and then stole that note from the fridge? How do they explain that one? Aylaian sought the advice of the North Andover police regarding whether he could enter the residence to get his belongings. When asked whether he could gather them from the house, the sergeant responded, yes. You have legal standing in there as far as the civil courts are concerned. You have keys, you have access. I know you live there. We know you live there. We're not going to stand in your way. The sergeant suggested that they could send a detail to keep the peace, because especially if the roles were reversed, we do this all the time. The following day, he again contacted the police and requested a detail to be present when he went to the home to retrieve his belongings. Arrangements were made for a private detail, but Aylaian arrived before the detail and set off a security alarm when he entered the home. The defendant's father appeared shortly thereafter. North Andover police responded. Upon my arrival, I spoke with the homeowner, Stephen Fitzsimmons, who had recently arrived at the residence. In the adjacent parking lot was Justin Aylaian, who had recently called in a civil standby hearing. I separated Fitzsimmons and Aylaian until backup arrived. After speaking with all parties, I determined there was no issue, as Fitzsimmons and Aylaian both desired to make the process as efficient and peaceful as possible. See Exhibit 4, North Andover Police Report. In addition, Officer Marcotti reported there was no mention of a breaking and entering in either party at any time. He spoke with Fitzsimmons and Aylaian together, and they both agreed they wished to resolve the issue peacefully and efficiently. They embraced in a hug. Officer Marcotti observed Aylaian and Fitzsimmons embrace in a hug and engage in an emotional conversation. So this motherfucker was complaining about how dangerous her father was and how scared, what he's capable of. Apparently he's capable of hugging you, motherfucker. That's what he's capable of. Aylaian said he was sorry about everything. Fitzsimmons said, it's not your fault. She's sick. She needs help. There is no, where the evidence related to the claims demonstrate no crimes, questioning on the subject is irrelevant. In order to cross-examine a witness and demonstrate bias, In his testimony, the defendant must make a plausible showing that the circumstances existed on which the alleged bias is based. Case law, case law, case law. In this case, the Commonwealth can't legally or ethically prosecute Aylaian related to his conduct. Why not? Here, the evidence demonstrated Aylaian and the defendant jointly possessed the property, at least until he removed his possessions, except he didn't legally. Her name was on the deed. It's her house. On June 30th, he told police he'd been living there since May of 24, which is consistent with what police observed during their search of the home. In the home, the police found tools, hunting items, and closets full of male clothing and shoes. He also swore under oath in filings with the probate court that he paid half the mortgage of the home and at least half of the utilities. Only the defendant in her unsigned statement claimed Aylaian had moved out days prior. Right. You know, I mean, if all his shit was there and he's paying half the mortgage, I mean, he did live there, right? Right? If he's paying, can he prove that? If he can prove he's paying half the mortgage and all his shit's there, he's living there. There's no doubt about that. Like when I owned my old house, you know, I bought a house I actually bought my first house in 2009 for 150 grand in Worcester, 160 grand actually, in Worcester. And the night that I moved in there, I met my ex-wife at a party, hammered, shit-faced. And so we did a courtship thing for a while, and then eventually she moved in. And she paid half, right? And it obviously saved a lot of money when she pays half. And, you know, all her shit was there, but it was my house. So I wonder what would happen. Like if something, I don't know what would happen. Because they weren't married. I don't know. Because could she just break in? I mean, I mean, I got to be fair. I get where he's coming from. If all your shit's there or whatever, but, he lied. He told the civil court Stowe. That's right. Either way, the dad changed the locks and it's her name on the deed. So you got to do it the legal way. You know what I mean? You got to do it the legal way. You got to go to court. He has no legal rights to he has no legal rights to the house. So if they're playing hardball with Justin, he has a right to get his shit. I will give him that. He has an absolute right to get his shit out of there, right? But he's got to do it the legal way, right? He's got to do it the legal way. You can't just fucking put your shoulder into the door and bust through. You can't do that. I don't know. That can't possibly be the acceptable answer. I get that he wanted his shit. I get it. Go to the court. Get it done. You get a hearing that day. You know? You can get a hearing that day. Even a roommate must be evicted. That's true. I don't know the legalness of this. But you guys have to recommend. We're all supporting Kelsey Fitzsimmons here, right? But we have to admit he has a right to get his shit, right? Like we agree with that. Justin Aylaian had a right to get his shit. I think the issue here is how he got his shit. You know? He had a restraining order against her. Yeah. He didn't get his shit. He doesn't have a right to get the shit that he got. Yeah, I mean, then it should have come with the police escort, right? Like I said, Aidan, it was your house. But, you know, if something happened to me, and my ex-wife, who was like my girlfriend at the time, or fiance, whatever she was, if something had happened to me and my parents changed the locks on the house, she can't just fucking come with her brother and bust in, right? Got to be a legal way to do it. But got to be a legal way. Or he should just call the dad. You know, be a man and call the fucking dad. Exactly. Just call the fucking dad. But he was not man enough to do that. You know? I don't know. But I think we have to contend his shit wasn't there. It was there. Read the fucking report. His shit's all in there. His clothes are in the closet and shit. So we all agree he had a right to be there, just not the way he did it. Right, exactly. And you can't, like, you didn't steal her fucking computer. You know what I mean? You can't, like, steal $5,000 out of her bank account and shit. That's not what you're there for, you know? Yeah, it's also a crime scene. It's also, that's a great point. It's also a crime scene, is it not? Someone just got shot there a couple days previously. A cop, nonetheless. A police officer involved shooting of a cop. Okay. Yeah, exactly. His shit. He has a right to his shit, not her shit. You know? I don't know. That's just, so we agree. Again, I'm learning this case a little more, but I'm still outraged. God damn it. The locks had apparently been changed and Aylaian made forceful entry. He had no felonious or malicious intent. Where he had been given, then why to remove his belongings? But he didn't take his belongings. He even hired a police detail. Did he actually? Last I saw, he refused to. Given the defendant's biased and untruthful presentation of evidence related to Aylaian's entry, the Commonwealth can't rely on her other uncorroborated, unsworn statements relating to other alleged crimes. With respect to a stolen love letter, the Commonwealth photographed the letter during the execution of the search warrant and provided it to the defendant in discovery. Similarly, claims related to the identity fraud and unauthorized access to a computer based on screenshots alone do not weather even surface level scrutiny. For example, the Commonwealth was able to conclude that the disputed withdrawal of $5,000 was from a joint checking account, and that in January 25, Aylaian had deposited a $5,000 check made out to him from his grandmother for their child. Therefore, the defendant should not be permitted to raise the specter of a promise, reward, or inducement with respect to his, well, whatever. We'll say. I just have no faith in the courts, and I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, this is where they got it from. I mean, I got to be real here. If he put a $5,000 check into, if it was a joint checking account and he deposited $5,000 into it, it's going to be tough. What did Melanie say? He sounds like a dick. Why do you need to steal her laptop? It's a good point. Yeah, they didn't address that, did they? They didn't address that. Yeah, I didn't know that. They got a picture of the letter. Is that true? Are they claiming Brady will make fake screenshots of her computer? They're just like, no, we're like unmoved by that. They hate screenshots, except in Beverly Cannoni's courtroom. Then they love them. You think it was a joint checking account? I don't know. That's what it says in the fucking filing, bro. I don't know. You tell me. The bank should have a copy of that check. I mean, I don't see that. Oh, actually, it's right here. They have it in the... Bro, this guy's broke. Okay, he's got $4,000 in the bank. No wonder he didn't want to pay for a fucking detail. So account summary, checking baby, savings baby K and J. All accounts. Okay. Deposits from baby K and J, $100. Purchased 92 from there. Where's the $5,000 check? Where's the $5,000 check from grandma? Oh, there it is. Check. He's got a check. So there's a check here for $5,000. So they had no money in the account. The account was open in January, and then they put a $5,000 check in it. And the check is made out to Justin Aylaian, and it's signed by an Aylaian. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. How do you talk that? You like receipts, right? Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. So he put a $5,000 check from his grandmother into the checking account. The check is made out to him. And the check is for the baby. That checking account is for the baby. The account's for the baby, right? Well, who's taking care of the baby now? He is, right? Yeah, see, that's not, I mean, I'm not going to lie. This is why I didn't want to get involved in this story, because I got to be fucking independent. Now I'm like going to go against my lawyer. How the fuck can you say that's stealing if the check was made out to him? Can anyone explain that to me? Can anyone explain that? I'm just saying. That's true. What did the memo say? It doesn't have a memo. See why I didn't want to get involved in this? Because now what do I do? I'm supposed to go against my... What do I say? Because that's like... Because if you're... I got to be honest here. If he deposited $5,000 into a checking account for the baby, okay, and now she is incapacitated, but he has to still take care of the fucking baby, right? Then he needs to be, although at the same time, can't you just, isn't there a debit card associated with the account? Can't he just pay for baby shit with that? Why does he have to take it out? Right? I don't know. That might not be the whole, you're right, it might not be, but you like receipts, right? We like receipts around here. I mean, just check it out. I'm telling you. This is the check, man. The check from grandma, $5,000 check. Deposited into the fucking account for the baby. And he is the kind of the lone caretaker of the baby, is he not? I don't know. I don't know. What am I supposed to say to this one? It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I got to be honest. It's his money, right? It's his money. Is it not? Can anybody explain how can I be outraged about this? This is why I like the Karen Reed story. It's so fucking easy. There's no gray area. She's fucking, John O'Keefe wasn't hit by a car. That was in December 24. It's still from his fucking grandma. It was still made out to him. The check was made out to him, not her. This is why people should just fucking get married before doing this shit. Joint checking accounts. It's like, it gets too complicated. Anyway. And how did they not spend any money on this account? So all the money in the account came from a fucking check from grandma, because it doesn't look like much money was going into that account or being spent. I don't know. Whatever. Dude, you got to catch up on everything. All I know is that he should be making efforts to let her see the baby. That's all I really fucking know. Right. And I don't buy the story that she pulled the gun on the cop. I don't buy that. All right. And honestly, like, my whole thing on this has always been like, bro, she got shot. Like, give her a break. You know, isn't that punishment enough? Isn't that punishment enough? Nobody got fucking hurt but her. So how the hell are we going to prosecute her still? Like, no one got hurt. So isn't that punishment enough? And she went to jail for 6 months already. Can't we just like call it a day? Can't we just drop it? It seems stupid that they're still going forward with this. I don't know. Bank fraud, not his account. It's a shared account, bro. What are you talking about? Isn't it? Isn't it a shared account? His name's on the fucking account. His name is on the account. What are you talking about? Savings for baby K and J. So it's not even a checking account. Okay, whatever. That's the bottom line is she deserves to see her baby. That's just cruel and unusual punishment. And he's a douche. I can tell he's a douche. All right. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Let's see. All right. Anyway, so that's that. All right. Let's listen to some Krusty audio. Let's have a lighter note here. Let's listen to the court audio of the crust. You guys hear this? You guys want to listen to this? All right, let's. You mentioned the attorney. All right, so so my take on this was real simple. Why do I have an order against Krusty Panties? Why? Because she stalks me. She stalks my whole life on the boardwalk. Okay, she and because she has repeatedly told me, like on her stupid show that nobody listens to, right? That I'm going to fuck you up if you come to the courthouse. I'm going to do this to you. She's just out of control. She's obsessed with me. And it's not just the internet obsession. Like she, remember, she came to my house, right? Which when you do that to the McAlberts, it's witness intimidation. She came to my house, left a fucking note. She's unhinged, bro. She's just unhinged and crazy. Like she burnt a fucking truck to try to frame me in 2020. People forget that. Burnt a fucking truck. All right. So that's why I need it. Now I got the order 2 years ago. Got it renewed again last year because there were still open charges with her. She's showing up to where I am. This order needs to stay in place. Okay. I want to get it renewed again because if she just stops, if she just chills out, then I won't pursue the order anymore. If she just moves on with her life, then whatever. But she's not moving on. Okay. She's obsessed with me. So as long as the obsession continues, you're goddamn right. I'm worried about what she's going to fucking do. Okay. And so the order was legally granted. Now I came prepared. Listen to lawyer Turtle. Okay. Not fucking around.
I'm sorry, this is yours. Right. Security.
What I intend on doing is inquiring. You've been through this before, and then I'll probably take it under advisement. I haven't looked at any of the exhibits. I've got to go listen to or watch. I don't know whether it's listen or watch, whatever you have as a disc. I'll take it under advisement. I'm going to encourage you to call back later today to find out what my ruling was on the order. Okay? Any objections to that?
No, Your Honor.
No. All right, great. So as I stated earlier, Mr. Kearney, you have the burden.
Kearney.
I went over the standard 3 or more incidents that are willful and malicious aimed at you, intended to cause you fear, intimidation, or abuse. Fear is limited to imminent bodily harm or property damage that did in fact cause you fear, intimidation, or abuse. And if based on words alone, they have to be true threats or fighting words. Why don't you tell me, for the record, and like I said, I've handled this before, but you're all refreshing my memory. I don't have photographic memory from a year ago when this went down. I remember some of it. But why don't, so just pretend you got a blank slate and tell me why you originally came in and sought this order.
So I originally came in, Your Honor, after Ms. Peter made several online threats on a YouTube presentation that she does, threatening physical harm on me if I showed up at various places, mainly courthouses. Specifically said that she would beat me up, that she would bring men with her to beat me up, that she would recommend that I not show up to those places if I feared physical harm.
Let me stop you right there. Where and when and how many different times did this take place?
Well, we had 3 or more in order to have the order approved. So
and that's in your affidavit?
Yeah, in the original affidavit filed in this. So there was more than 3. But
I just want to make sure she knows what we're talking about, what specific dates and times. Are they in any of these recordings or submissions?
No, it's in the original affidavit.
All right, I'll look at you've seen that affidavit?
I have.
All right. And that has dates and times, at least approximate dates and times?
That's right. And they were played in this court, and the order was granted after hearing them. So there is so the order was granted last year. It was renewed, or 2 years ago. It was renewed again last year. And there's a continuing risk.
Did I do that?
What was that?
Did I do that?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, all right.
March 7th of last year. There is a continuing risk of harm. It's already been established when this order was granted. Once she threatened to show up where I was, including courthouses, and assault me. In July of this year, of 2025, since the order was renewed, she then pled guilty to making these threats and was convicted in this court. The issue here is whether or not there's a continuing risk, and that answer is obviously yes. MGL 258E Section 3D says the fact that the harassment hasn't occurred during the pendency of an order shall not in itself constitute sufficient grounds for not denying or failing to extend the order. So the existence of the order is what has prevented Ms. Peter from continuing.
See how I'm like by the book? I'm just prepared. This is what you should do. Know about what you need to do to get an order. 3 or more instances of unwanted contact designed to put you in fear that does in fact put you in fear. Why do I need the order renewed? Because it's continuing. Like the fact that more incidents have not occurred since then is not grounds not to renew the order. As long as the fear is still there, then then the order should be renewed. Okay. So I've reviewed this whole thing. I know the statute. I go in there, I read it off, well prepared. Boom. Keep it nice, short, sweet, and simple. No need to go off on tangents.
To show up where I'm at, to make physical threats of violence, to tell me not to show up to places or else. And so for that reason, I would like it extended. She's shown in her behavior since the order was granted that she is going to continue to try to intimidate and abuse me. For instance, this week, she published stolen material to my entire cell phone extraction.
Oh, good.
And has posted private and privileged messages with my attorneys. On several of these screenshots that she has posted on her Twitter, which has close to 9,000 followers, my phone number was listed, and I've entered that into evidence. It's one of the exhibits, and it's led to several harassing phone calls, which she intentionally facilitated by, again, publishing this stolen material.
Yeah.
My lawyers are currently exploring obtaining stolen property charges against Miss Peter. On July 4th of last year, I was at a beach in Mashpee, Massachusetts. Miss Peter somehow found out.
That was after the order.
That's after the order, yep. Miss Peter somehow found out I was there, and she went online, and she posted my exact location, a very specific and small beach in Mashpee. And again, she has a large following on there. And
yeah, the 4th of July, she like posted Aidan she posted the exact fucking beach I was at. And I have a fucking order on her. And she posts my exact location. And she made up some lie that I'm stalking Colin Albert and in violation of the order. I didn't see fucking Colin Albert. We went to some fucking beach. Me and 5150 and her brother, who's really cool, and his fiance, who's really cool, and his buddy, who was really cool, and 5150 is not cool, but the rest of everyone else was cool. And we went down there, we had some beers and hanging out on the beach, celebrating the 4th of July. A lot of other fucking people down there, turtle riders, took a walk on the beach, man. 1 million people wanted pictures. Like it was crazy. Couldn't walk 5 feet without people. This is like a couple weeks after the verdict. So it's like Kearney was hot shit back then, and I was in my element. I didn't see fucking Colin Albert anywhere. So what probably happened was somebody down there recognized me, right? That was probably maybe Mick Albert adjacent, and word got out that Turtleboy's down there, and Krusty finds out, and so she uses this as an opportunity instead of just like moving on with her life. She's like, "Oh, I know where Turtleboy is. I have to talk about it, and I have to say exactly where he is." Okay, which is ill-advised. Ill-advised.
Was urging people to essentially come find me. On July 5th, she posted pictures and the license plate of my girlfriend's car from a picture that either she or a friend of hers took, identifying my location and encouraging further harassment. In February of 2026, she posted a private video of my 8-year-old daughter crying, in which my daughter's name is mentioned, and in her post, she called me an abusive monster. 2 weeks ago, she bragged about approaching a woman by the name of Karen Reed, who's a former friend of mine who was recently acquitted on murder and manslaughter charges.
You might have heard of her.
Superior Court.
You might have heard
She
of her.
bragged that she went up to Karen Reed inside the courtroom and called her a fucking murderer and a disgusting bitch in an attempt to interfere with her ongoing.
What does that to do with you?
My point is, Your Honor, that if that is what she does when she's unrestrained, and there's no order in place, the order was first granted because she threatened.
You don't have to address that in your response.
Okay. So
Dishonest, Your Honor, just so we can be clear.
Just don't interrupt. You've been patient, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Again, I have no doubt, based on that behavior, that she will do this to me. And my court dates, she has a history of doing. She also has 2 pending cases against her that are tangential.
I have a board of probation record in front of me. I see the threatening you referred to, in which she got a $100 fine, and I see her open cases.
Unrelated to him.
Open, and she has the presumption of innocence.
Correct. And so in those instances, Your Honor, the one in Dedham, for instance, she was actually driving out of her way to be near me during that hearing. And she yelled, "Kill yourself," at a friend of mine who also has a HBO on her named Lauren Murray. The case in Attleboro, she's being charged
I'm
with...
going to object to this. This has nothing to do with Mr. Aidan. These are unproven facts. Mr. Kearney, these are unproven facts. I can test them. It has nothing to do with
Once again, I'm not asking you to testify, especially to open cases.
But just the fact that he's been putting it on the record,
As you
with
just heard me say,
she loves to argue with judges. These are unproven facts. Wait your turn, bitch.
I'm being fair to everybody here.
I apologize. Yes, Your
He
Honor.
mentioned something about you approaching Karen Reed, and I said I was going to completely ignore it because it has nothing to do with him or your conversation with him. I'm very adept, and I'm not cutting you off. I'm very adept. If I remember in the past, both of you have a tendency of verbosity. And I've filtered out some things. You have there's animation that goes back and forth here, and it leads to lengthy things. And I'm very good at filtering out and narrowing it to the confines. That's why you hear me always repeat that 3 or more incident thing. You guys have probably heard me say it to you ad nauseum. That's what it stands for. So you don't have to object because I know how to filter it out. There's certain things that you're going to say. I have no doubt that I will possibly filter out.
We'll try not
So
to.
I'm being fair to everybody. You guys know the standards. When he's starting to talk about somebody else with their harassment orders, there's open cases where you have the presumption of innocence. I give very little weight to them. When he talks about things that you've done in the past, they have some weight and have had weight with me in the past. So we all know where we stand here.
Thank you.
So I'm going to let him kind of go on a little bit, as I do with you too. So, all right, go on.
So as I was saying, the other charge...
And I ask you, once again, that's why I said no interruption. Okay, but if you feel the need, everybody has a right to object. All right?
This is...
so as I was saying, there was the case in Dedham where she yelled, "Kill yourself," at a friend of mine while driving intentionally to be close to me at one of my hearings. And to obtain the order, she threatened to show up to my court appearances and intimidate me. In Attleboro, she has another charge for witness intimidation, also against another friend of mine who she intimidated outside the courthouse. Again, I believe that's relevant because that is the exact behavior that she threatened to do.
I mean, it is relevant. These people that are tangential to me, like she has orders, they have orders on her and they have charges on her. Like she's only bothering these people because of their association with me. Like, what the fuck?
Led to the order being granted in this first place. And so the reason that, she is in the last year, she has not had any actual new threats of physical violence is because of the existence of this order. This order has prevented her from doing that. And this court agreed that there were 3 or more instances of true threats that she committed threats of violence. When I first applied for this order, those facts haven't changed. And the order being in place is what prevents her from doing that. And she's shown no signs of slowing down. And I believe that if this order is not renewed, she will immediately go back to her old place.
All right. Thank you. And thank you for your patience, Ms. Peter.
Absolutely.
Now's your
Okay, so before we get to her, I'll be right back because I got to take a leak. Hold on. Because I can't even deal with her and with the full tank. All right, hold on. All right, we're back. Here we go. Now, I got to change. It's on 1.5 speed. And now we're going to have to. We'll see what
opportunity.
I apologize for my interjection. So, Your
All
Honor,
right. Hey, look,
I
you
just
have a
want
right to object.
I just want to correct a couple things, starting from the beginning here. So the dates and times of these statements that I made, which were not in Your Honor's decision necessarily classified as true threats or fighting words. I'm not sure where you landed. We're not going to relitigate that part of it, but they were not threats to go where he is. In one case, I had said something, and they were never
If I
played.
remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said them on some sort of broadcast.
It was a broadcast. They weren't necessarily directed at him.
And
They
if I
were.
remember,
It did wash
I might be
my
wrong,
hands.
so that's why I want someone to you to correct me. That either one of you said you were going to get somebody after him, or another you said if you were around me, I'd punch him in the face.
Well, no. So the first thing I said
So
was.
that's why I had you an opportunity to correct.
I appreciate it. And
I'm
just
going
to
to reread the affidavit anyway.
Yeah, in the affidavit, so he claimed to you just now, Your Honor, that these statements were played in court. They were not. You asked me about them. I admitted to two. I can
Well, I
test
remember he had some
right.
sort of recordings that he was going to show,
They were
and
not-
you
they were not
did
played.
acknowledge at least one or two.
And I understand, and to my, to my own credit, Your Honor, if I say something or do something, I will be honest with this court. I take the oath that I just took with my right hand very seriously.
Wait, first of all, did she correct?
If I'm wrong, you said them on some sort of.
Not sure. I just want to correct a couple things, starting from the beginning here. So the dates and times of these statements that I made, which were not in Your Honor's decision necessarily classified as true threats or fighting words. I'm not sure where you landed. We're not going to relitigate that part of it, but they were not threats to go where he is. And
Okay, so she starts off, as soon as I heard this, I'm like, oh, Krusty's in rare form. The first thing she says is, you fucked up. Okay? Is like, you shouldn't have granted this order to begin with. That's what he says. She's like, basically says the order never should have been granted. And Judge Noonan is the one, he's always there in Lemonster. He's the one who granted the order. So she starts off by telling a judge that he's wrong. Okay? Which is that the order never should have been granted to begin with.
one case, I had said something, and they were never
If I
played.
remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, you said them on some sort of broadcast.
It was a broadcast. They weren't necessarily directed at him.
And
They
if I
were.
remember, and I might be wrong, so that's why I want someone to you to correct me. That either one of you said you were going to get somebody after him, or another you said if you were around me, I'd punch him in the face.
Well, no. So the first thing I said was.
So that's why I had you an opportunity to correct.
I appreciate it. And
I'm
just
going
to
to reread the affidavit anyway.
Yeah, in the affidavit, so he claimed to you just now, Your Honor, that these statements were played in court. They were not. You asked me about them. I admitted to two. I can test
Well, I
with
remember he had some
right.
sort of recordings that he was going to show.
They were not. They were not
and you
played.
did acknowledge at least one or two.
And I understand, and to my, to my own credit, Your Honor.
To my own credit, yeah, they were not played in court. I just submitted them as documents, and the judge listened to them before going into court. So like the judge is the court. They were submitted to the court. Okay.
If I say something or do something, I will be honest with this court. I take the oath that I just took with my right hand very seriously. Unfortunately, Mr. Kearney does not. So last year when we were here, I had I raised the issue that he continues to try to engage with me. So it's mainly social media. We live an hour and a half apart. It's a burden every time I come up here. I almost didn't show up because I don't want any contact with him, but I did because he can abuse this order as he's trying to do.
Well, I usually invite anybody to appear by Zoom.
Right. I like to pick my battles, and certainly contacting him is not my main concern, but I'm here anyway.
But when you have written submissions, it's better when you're here.
Right,
How
right.
can you-
So at the last hearing, I had raised the issue that he continues to try to make contact with me. One of the things that I had cited to Your Honor, and I had provided screenshots, was that
Is that in your submission?
It is. I'm gonna. It's this page right here. So I had in the last hearing, I had cited to him tweeting at me. Right. So I had blocked. He has about four Twitter accounts that I'm aware of. This is a screenshot that he sent to the same girlfriend that he's claiming that I harassed. They've since broken up.
So Krusty is using Meredith's screenshots and evidence. So she is now assisting Krusty in her legal battles.
And she has been posting a lot of this information here. So it shows the four accounts that I am aware of now that he owns. That's Ghetto Mellow, Wade Stevens, which has to do with my children as much as he's complaining about children.
Well, they're not there. It's not her children because they were taken from her and they call someone else mom. Wade. Yeah. So that's not her children.
Aidan Kearney at Dr. Turtleboy, and Trump v. DeSantis at Ron v. Don. So last time I had cited to a Twitter account at Turtleboy phone, and I had showed Your Honor that he was tweeting at me with it. His response, he looked this court in the face under oath, and he said, that is not my account.
It wasn't.
If you go back and you look, the last few tweets are unflattering to me. So what I have here, Your Honor, is a blog post from Mr.
Yeah, it's true because the account was hacked. So the Turtleboy phone account, which had like 15,000 followers, it got, I think it's still up at Turtleboy phone. It got hacked right before the last hearing. So like when she blamed that account on me, I'm like, it's not mine. Shit got hacked. So I was not lying when I told the court that account's not mine. It's not. It was stolen. Like once your account gets hacked and it's stolen, it doesn't belong to you anymore. So like Ghetto Mellow, I can say in court, I don't even address Ghetto Mellow, But like I could say in court, it's not mine because I don't have it. It was taken. Okay. So like they muddied the waters. They're not going to get into, okay, what day did Ghetto Mello respond to her on this? You know what I mean? It's just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what day Ghetto fucking Mello. It's like the bottom line is here. Why you guys muddied the waters by fucking hacking the account. 5150 hacked into the account, took it, gave it to a koala. And now you guys muddied the waters and made it easier for me to get up there and be like, I don't run that fucking account. Because that's what happened. I don't. That's the truth. I don't run that fucking account. Period.
Kearney's blog. This is his website. He is the sole owner and operator of this website. And it encourages his followers to find his various social media. Among them is at Turtleboy Phone. So I understand that the court has been crediting his testimony, and to the court's credit, I've not offered anything to give you a reason not to. But right here I have. He lied to you under oath, claiming that an account that he was trying to contact me on was not his. And it
Exactly. It doesn't matter if I respond to her tweets. I can respond to her tweets all fucking day long. She can't contact me. That's what the order says. And defending yourself online, let's suppose Krusty makes up a lie about me and spread some misinformation. If I want to respond to it and be like, that's not true, and correct it, I have a right to do that. That doesn't mean that the fucking order is invalid, stupid.
Okay, and so it looks like he's going to try that again. Just to switch gears for a moment when he talks about his conduct here, I just want to read off some of these tweets. So he's claiming that I was following him. I was not. We're both obviously very interested in the Karen Reed case, right? He's covering it from Miss Reed's perspective. I am sympathetic and supportive and an advocate for the victims' witnesses in that case.
No, the only reason she's interested in the case at all is because I took up the case of Karen Reed. The case had nothing to do with her. She's been obsessed with me for years before the Karen Reed case. Obsessed. Gets involved in everything I do. Takes the opposite position no matter what. It's a real sickness. And now she's doing this. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. And there is a certain level of competition. I have been featured in the media, as has Mr. Kearney. I am involved in a very large media project, which is a direct competition to Mr. Kearney, without getting into too many details, that he's come out on the losing end of so far as finding a commissioner and a streamer. I believe that this makes Mr. Kearney angry, and it's that anger that is spurning this continuation of trying to get this order.
Okay. So, oh my God. So she's telling the judge he only wants this order because he's jealous of me. That's what she said, because I'm a competitor. She thinks we're competitors. Oh no. I have how many times? 20 times her followers, 1 million times more influence. I'm fucking famous around here. She's only the only reason she's known at all by anyone is for being the villain Turtleboy. Like she's like the Penguin to Batman. Like that's like saying the Penguin's fucking no. The movie's called Batman, not the Penguin. Okay, she looks like the Penguin. She's the Penguin. Okay, but not even that famous. Like nobody knows who you are, and you're not a competitor. You're just some crazy woman on the fucking internet who's obsessed with me. That's it. We don't have a competition. We don't have a rivalry. We don't have a feud. This is a one-way obsession. There's me, who is successful, charming, and handsome, right? And then there's her, who is obsessed, disgusting, and looks like Shrek. Okay? That's it. That's it. There's no competition. And the documentary, what are you talking about? The Sandpaper doc, last I heard, was fucking canceled. Why isn't it out yet? Why isn't it out yet? Ours is coming out. You'll see. Keep saying it's not coming out.
Fear. So if you look at the post that I wrote regarding the beach on the Cape, I say breaking news: Turtleboy caught stalking Colin Albert and other Albert family
Where
members.
is that? I want to make sure.
It's plaintiff's copy right here.
Right.
We can go page by page if that's easier for you, Your Honor.
Well, no, I got it. Second page.
Right. So it's actually the first and second page. Some of these seem to be kind of duplicative, but I write breaking news: Turtleboy caught stalking Colin Albert and other Albert family's members to Mashpee, Massachusetts. He is prohibited from going near Colin, who is a named victim in his multiple felony cases. There is photographic evidence. More as this develops.
So she said there was photographic evidence of me being near Colin. Where is it? How come we never saw it? Where is it? named witnesses in his multiple felonies. He's not allowed in there. Bitch, what the fuck do you care? Nobody suck. I'm just trying to enjoy the fucking beach with my psychotic ex-girlfriend. That's it. Right? And I'm trying to break up with. I break up with her like a few days later. Okay? I'm going in the bathroom and trying to sex with fucking other women and shit, being nasty. I don't even want to be there.
Reporting on developments in Mr. Kearney's ongoing criminal saga. Colin Albert is a named victim in his case. He was not approached, but he saw Mr. Kearney behind him on the beach. He let me know. I reported it. Mr. Kearney bizarrely then adds in a GPS.
He let me know. So Colin contacted Krusty, 1-800-Krusty, 1-800-Trust-the-Crust, and says, hey, Turtleboy's down there. I need you to tweet it out. I need you to tweet this out. I didn't see that entered into evidence.
Coordinates to prove that I was telling the truth, but I don't see the true threat, fighting words, or even that it's directed at Mr. Kearney. I'm certainly talking about him, but I'm not talking to him. I'm certainly not trying to cause any fear, and I don't. And this mirrors Mr. Kearney's reporting about these witnesses in the case, as he has ongoing, ongoing litigation with them, as they are victims in his criminal case. He does this constantly. He calls it First Amendment reporting when he does it, but then he comes in here and calls it harassment when I do. I say
What?
on the beach within a
Like, what is she talking about? She thinks this is a fucking Twitter Spaces. Like, what point? So I'm a hypocrite. Is that what you're saying? You get what fucking point are you trying to make? The only point she should be trying to make is that this order isn't necessary. If I'm her and I'm trying to get this order dropped, I would just stop tweeting about me, posting about me, and I would just say, Your Honor, I want nothing to do with this guy. Okay? There's no fear of imminent harm. I made a couple comments 3 years ago, right? The order was granted. Since then, there have been no incidents. I don't want anything to do with this guy anymore. Like, that's what the judge wants to hear. Because when I got the order dropped with Gatuni, that's what I said. I want nothing to do with her. Okay? I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to stalk her. I don't want to harass her. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just want to move on with my life. Okay? She's following me. She comes to where I am, not vice versa. The order isn't necessary, Your Honor. And I've also been charged with violating the order because she came to where I was, and the existence of this order puts me in jeopardy. That's what I would say if I was Krusty. Just be like, the order doesn't need to exist anymore because I'm not going anywhere near him. He has no reason to fear me. That's all you have to fucking say. And if she said that, she might be successful. But instead, she shows the judge just how obsessed she is with me. That's all the judge is hearing right now, is listening to this person in her micro machine's voice, not breathe. And by the way, today's March 10th. 6 years ago today was our first hearing in court when she tried to get an order on me and was denied. And she did the same tactics with Judge O'Shea in Attleboro. Just micro machine's voice. Doesn't get granted. Yet she just tries the same strategy every time and loses. Bro.
Reasonable distance. What a coincidence yet again that he winds up where these people are. I'm not the prosecutor or the cops. That's where the picture is going to. This is not harassment, Your Honor.
Yeah.
This is reporting. This is a matter.
And absolutely. She knew this was happening. And on the week it was happening, she released my phone extraction. She couldn't even wait a fucking week. She couldn't wait a fucking week. That's such a good point. And now she's like, I'm a reporter. I'm doing this. And blah, blah, blah. The judge is like, bitch, you ain't a reporter. The judge sees what's happening here. You're obsessed with him.
Public concern. Mr. Kearney has waged a war on the very fibers of the criminal justice system. He has been indicted for double-digit counts of intimidating witnesses in a high-profile case. I'm not doing it to cast aspersions, Your Honor. I'm simply stating that my reporting is squarely within public interest. It is not harassment. It is First Amendment. He cites to this picture. I didn't even mention it at all. I said, whose car is this? Driving by and threatening violence on a state's witness down on the Cape. I know who was in the passenger seat doing a lot of the yelling. This is all being documented now. This was a video that was provided to me by another witness in the Kearney case, Brian Higgins.
So Brian Higgins sent it to her. That's interesting.
Mr. Kearney and his girlfriend driving by the house, yelling at him.
Driving by the house, yelling at him. That is a lie. We did not yell at Brian Higgins. The video shows Brian Higgins yelling at us, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I didn't even want to be there. 5150 drove me there. She loves sightseeing Higgins' house. And I'm like, we drove by and they're like, oh, there's fucking Higgy bears on the front lawn. Great. Awesome. Come back. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, great.
Was quite upset about this. This was actually later mentioned in one of Mr. Kearney's court hearings. So again, this is public interest. There's no true threats. There's no fighting words. There's absolutely nothing that would cause fear and intimidation. He hasn't produced anything. As far as him claiming that I'm posting privileged
That was Meredith's idea to actually bring that up, and I did.
materials with him and his lawyers, that first of all, let's go back to the phone extraction. It was not stolen. Mr. Kearney, unwisely, gave a copy of his discovery materials from his criminal case, namely this phone extraction, to a girlfriend that he had at the time. She was not a lawyer. She's not part of his legal team.
She was not part of his legal team, except she was part of my legal team, and she put it in writing more times than I can count. And that might come back to bite her in the ass. We'll see. So you're right. I did give that to her because she was part of my legal defense team. She was basically a secretary, a paralegal.
Not an attorney. He gives it to her. They break up. They're synonymous. At some point, it would appear, and I don't know for sure, but it would appear that she is the one that leaked it.
Krusty, throwing 5150 under the bus. There you have it, folks. That Meredith O'Neill is the one who leaked the phone extraction, because not even Krusty can say with a straight face that I leaked my own phone extraction. Not even Krusty. That is fucking retarded. So Krusty puts it on the record that Meredith O'Neill leaked the phone extraction. Thank you.
Came into my possession. The only things that I have been going through and reporting on are things that directly relate to either Mr. Kearney's witness intimidation case or Ms. Reed and her attorney's involvement in it. So what he's citing here, and frankly, the unredacted phone numbers was an oversight on my point, but he can't say that he is.
So the unredacted phone numbers, she published my phone number and Karen Reed's lawyer's phone numbers online. And it's just an oversight. So that's not good. Like he has an order on you and you publish stolen materials, including his phone number for the world to see. And then he got calls, which I did. Okay. From blocked numbers because she put out my phone number for the world to see.
Receiving harassing phone calls because of this. His number has been on the internet for the better part of 10 years now. If Your Honor is going to take this under advisement, I could.
So it's okay. It's okay. Because it's okay that she published my phone number because it's already out there. By the way, it's a different phone number. I had to get a new phone number because she's right. My other one was out there so much. This is a different phone number.
Certainly pull up video clips where he discusses how often this happens.
There's a hearing. Whatever you got, you submit right now.
I apologize. I wasn't anticipating some of this because these arguments are a little outlandish. David Yannetti, the person who's the text messages here, that is not his attorney. These are not privileged materials. Arguably, he waived
the privileged materials she published. She published my communications with attorney Mark Randazza, who also represents 5150. So she did that too. Good job.
Privilege when he started showing this, but regardless, I have no interest in his attorney-client privilege materials because it's not of public concern. His hiding the fact that he was communicating with a defendant in a high-profile murder case, and the attorneys encouraging lying to the public and the courts about that, I feel it is in public interest. This is, again, First Amendment stuff. So then we move to what I have.
It's stolen. You published stolen documents. You halfwit.
Submitted, Your Honor. And we do this with a backdrop of he's already lied to you once about an account that he owns that he was using to tweet at me. And we look at these accounts, the Ghetto Mellow, the Wade Stevens, the Aidan Kearney, and the Trump v. DeSantis. And at your Honor's leisure, you can certainly look at it.
At your leisure.
My handle is at Masshole Mafia. Anytime that you see that it means that he has tagged me in it. I get a notification. It is contact, right? And I don't know it's him until I get this information. So he is using a variety of burner or fake accounts to continue to try to initiate contact with me via Twitter. And I'm not saying that is harassment or cast.
Notice the judge isn't like asking any questions or anything like that because he's already made up his mind. He knows exactly what he's going to do. He's like this. He's just listening to her talk and not breathe and do the Micro Machines voice. And he already knows. He's like, he gets it. She's obsessed with him. She won't stop talking about him and posting about him despite the existence of the order I'm gonna extend this shit.
Aspersions on him. I am simply saying that it is ridiculous that he is asking this court to order no contact when the only person that is trying to initiate any contact is him. And he's doing so in a way that, God forbid, if he gets another fake account on me and I don't know who I'm answering to, he could foreseeably take that down to the police station, say, I just got a notification from her account on Twitter. She broke the restraining order. But I have no way of knowing on a real-time basis whether any of these accounts are him or not. I feel like if he didn't want any contact, which I don't want any contact, he would have done what I did. And he would have just blocked the social media accounts and moved on. You know, notably absent from this is any sort of real life contact. I don't follow him where he is. Anytime that I've made statements saying, better not show up here, I might have men with me. First of all, I did not intend that would be a threat of violence. I never said that there would be violence. I followed that up with, if you're afraid of real men with jobs, stay home. But it's
so it's not a threat of violence. I just said, if you're afraid of real men with jobs, stay home. But that's not a threat of violence. So if you're afraid of men, I wouldn't go to court. Yeah, that's not threatening.
He was threatening to come to where I was, not the other way around. I've never, ever done that to him. I mean, we're going on 2 years now of Mr. Kearney using this order as a sword and continuing to try to initiate contact with me. And I don't think that his intention really here is to protect himself or that he feels that he's in any fear. Otherwise, he wouldn't be contacting me. I believe that he wants it for the optics online so he can say, look at guys, she might be reporting poorly on me, but she's a bad person and I'm a good person. And I know that as his attorneys continue to file ridiculous motions claiming that I'm a government agent receiving cash app payments from the district attorney and couch bribes, they want to take that into court to his criminal case and muddy up the waters and say, well, she's given information to the police before about him and he's got a restraining order. She's a bad person. But that is not what 25080 is intended for. 25080.
I mean, Jesus Christ. The judge is like, it's just like, well, it's like, just get to the fucking point. Just say that he's not in fear. Just say that the order is no longer necessary. That's it. The judge, all she's doing is showing the court how fucking obsessed she is with me. The judge is human. He sees it.
I'm sure Your Honor is aware, was created because there was a gap between people who were not related, the waitress, right? The waitress that was being shot. Right. So that's the spirit of the law. It's not to silence dissent. It's not to cast aspersions on your online enemies or settle online beefs. It's certainly not to muddy up your pending criminal cases. It's to prevent serious bodily harm. He's not in any danger of that. He's never been in any danger of that. He's not acting like a person who is. So I would ask that Your Honor vacate this order.
All right, thank you.
So that the ending part there is all she had to say. He's not acting like a person who is. That's it. He's not scared. Just like get to the.
Going to respond to that briefly. I'm going to give you a brief opportunity to respond. I said I would. I'm going to.
So,
but I don't want you to be repetitive.
I won't.
You've already said.
Just want to address.
Please respond to what she said.
Okay. So she entered into evidence screenshots of me responding on Twitter. I don't know what this means. I mean, how Twitter works. If you respond to a tweet and the other person is in the tweet, I guess they get a notification. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not speaking to her in these tweets. I am responding to a thread.
She brought like a fucking stack of papers of tweets. And then I'm tweeting and she's saying I'm tweeting at her. And like some of these tweets had like 50 people tagged in them, one of which was her. And I wouldn't know because we have each other blocked. So I wouldn't even fucking know. I'm not responding to her. I'm responding to a tweet in which both her and I are tagged.
In which she is also tagged. And so we have each other blocked anyway, so we shouldn't even be notified of that. So I'm not sure what this even is. The other thing I should have warned both of you. I hate to interrupt you. I do that too many times. It kills me. You both have open criminal cases.
Yeah, Fifth Amendment.
I'm not addressing my own case, Your Honor.
All right. I just wanted to mention that. I should have mentioned it before.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you. As far as a couple of things, she mentioned the attorney-client privilege. She posted messages with attorney Mark Randazza, who is my attorney of counsel. She posted emails that he sent me in 2021 the other day on Twitter. She's also, again, she published my phone number out there. She claims that it's already out there, so it's okay if she continues to publish it and I experience further harassment. That seems to be her argument. Initially, when she said that she was going to bring men with her to court, she did bring her a man by the name of Andrew Johnson, who is her living boyfriend.
Here we go.
Who showed up at court and physically assaulted me on the steps.
Objection, Your Honor. He was not convicted of that. That case was dismissed for lack of prosecution. He did not assault him.
So here the judge
Johnson was charged with assault and battery on me for assaulting me on the steps of the courthouse stairs. The charge was later thrown out because the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office didn't have access to the video any longer, so the case was dismissed.
That was such bullshit. So the Norfolk County DA's office had my phone, which had the video of her boyfriend assaulting me on it. It had already been used at the probable cause hearing and entered into evidence. His court-appointed attorney filed a motion for the phone itself because they want to examine the video on the phone. And so it was ordered by the Suffolk County DA's office by a judge in Suffolk County that the Norfolk County DA's office had to hand my phone over, and the Norfolk County DA's office just ignored them and defied an order, and the charges were dropped as a result of that. How fucked up is that? That's how the charges got dropped.
Result of that, but he was charged and he did indeed assault me. So her threats to have people show up with her, she follows through on those, particularly at courthouses. As far as the incidents at the beach, which she concerns down there, I didn't see Colin Albert was not there. That's a bold-faced lie. I just was spending an afternoon at the beach, minding my own business, and I look on Twitter, and next thing you know, Miss Peter is posting my exact location in Mashpee, encouraging further harassment of me. And again, I have no doubt that the order was initially granted because it met the requirements of imminent fear of physical harm and true threats. And so in the last 2 years, she has shown that she has no intention of slowing down, and that the minute this order is taken away, she will go right back to doing that. So I would ask you to extend this order for 1 more year.
May I respond a little bit, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
I think I've heard enough.
I've heard enough. I've heard enough.
I
would assume you disagree with just about everything.
Well, I mean, I would like to clarify that. I mean, there are tweets here where he's tagging just me. So I mean, and they are clearly directed at me. If you see Krusty, that is what he calls me. He calls me Krusty Panties. This man who isn't here, right? That is what he calls me. As far as the alleged assault, that's not true. The Suffolk County did have video. They had court surveillance video of Mr.
Like, why does the court need to know that he calls you Krusty Panties? Like, as if that's going to get the order. Oh, wait, so he's not in fear because he calls you Krusty Panties. All you just did was put it on the official court record that you are Krusty Panties. That's it. That's it. Like, for that did you nothing. You put it on the record that you're Krusty Panties. It's the second time that's happened. She said it with Lauren Mert. Your Honor, he calls me Krusty Panties.
Kearney waiting around a pole outside the court for 15 minutes. This assault that he talks about was as he's yelling at me, coming towards me, my partner cuts him off and walks in front of him. At some point, they made some contact.
I've heard enough.
I've heard enough.
I want to thank you both.
I've heard enough.
I've emotional for both of you, and for at least attempting to operate in a professional manner. And ask the court office, ask one of them to stay.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it. So anyway, the order got renewed. Okay, so Turtleboy wins again. All I ever do is beat this bitch in court, as I should. But because I want nothing to do with her. If she stopped the bullshit, I would not even try to renew it next year. But if she keeps the exception up, I'm going to keep renewing it because she just needs to stay away. That's it. That's it. All right, cool. Let me read some turtle chats to end the evening here. See what we got. All right, we got Lori sends $10, goes for protective covers for the new sectional. Stop it. Stop it. There will be no protective covers. Thanks. Just Irish sends $10, goes, I couldn't help but think that sweet baby Clay would have loved that couch. Hashtag never forget. Never forget. Yes, he would have. Jakey sends $25, goes, Justin Aylaian and 5150. 2026 Ratchet Madness finalist. Perhaps, yeah. And as always, go fuck yourself, Dara Pansy. Now Brooke Parker Zarbano, future Ratchet contestant. YouTube search John LaChapelle with the video link there. Thank you so much, Jakey. Steve-O sends $5, goes, what's up, Aidan and Turtle Chat? Give me a 40th birthday shout out. Free Trent's daddy. I am Trent's daddy. Yeah, happy birthday, first of all, Steve-O. And thank you for the $5. Linda sends $5, goes, Doc, I truly believe the cop said, don't do it because she pointed the gun at herself. I do too. He panicked and shot her. They had to cover it up. Do you know the massive lawsuit the department would face if he admitted he shot her because she threatened her own life, not his, and they're covering it up? She says she pointed at herself. I believe her. P.S. There's no doors in Kelsey's house, yet he claims she popped around the door with the gun. There's no doors to a bedroom? Really? Okay. Nacho Flipperhead sends $51 and goes, quote, how could you not get excited for the truth coming out? Expose every last liar for the true snakes they are. Hashtag Better Letters, Turtleboy, Karen Reed, Boston Brandi. 9/8/2025. Oh, she said that? Okay. This is a government versus the people problem, not a Turtleboy problem. Wake up, smarten up. Brandi the day before the spaces. That's what she said, huh? Cherish and protect the good in life. I will always show up to fight against evil. They will never win. Hashtag corruption. Hashtag Turtleboy. Hashtag Canton cover up. Yeah, she was all about it. She was all about it until she wasn't. Yeah. Okay, next. Alex with an I Anderson sends $5, goes, Justin relinquished his rights when he filed the restraining order and stated to the court under oath that he lived in Stowe. He no longer had access when the dad changed the locks, along with him relinquishing his rights, and it gave him no legal path to enter. Not to mention, they weren't keeping his stuff from him. The dad had no idea that Justin had taken the laptop and robbed all those things from the house, access, and all our medical records, etc. That's the crime. I agree completely. He was in the wrong. There's a legal process. Get it done the legal way. Go get your I understand he has a right to his shit there, but it might be a couple days, pal. Relax. Do some laundry. You got other clothes. Linda sends $5, goes, Doc, who is this hood booger with a YouTube channel called Keeping It Real podcast page dedicated to his Turtleboy derangement syndrome? Anyway, whoever he is looks like a hobo junkie. Someone sent that to me, and I'm like, what is this? It looked like a Gianetti thing. I don't know. I can't keep up with hood boogers who have a vendetta against me. Thanks. Hi, Laura sends $5, goes, how did you survive 5150's mouth clicking noises? I know, dude. Yeah, it's just, it was never, you've seen her, man. She's not sexy. It's not like, you know what I mean? You have to have fun. It's just hard to describe. Like try kitten. She's not bad looking. I'm not going to be like she's bad looking. She's a blonde girl. She can be pretty at times, but there's just no sex appeal at all. There's got to be sex appeal. There's got to be sexy. Women have to be sexy in order to, really be like, oh, I can't wait to fuck tonight. They need that. You got to be sexy. You got to be flirtatious. You got to be like fun. You know what I mean? You got to be sexy, and you can be like not attractive and sexy too. You can. She was fine. She was okay looking, like sexy, fun, like go to McMorgan's and do some nasty shit kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be fun. I don't know. That's just the way I am. That's what I'm attracted to. I feel like that's the way most men are attracted to. But she's like a skinny blonde girl. You know what I mean? Like looks good on paper, but not like just always serious, never funny, always angry, always demanding things. Sex was like, it was just like, we're going to have like sex was like scheduled. The sexting was awkward. We've been over this before, there's a reason I wanted to watch Yellowstone. There's a reason. And that I didn't sometimes did when she'd be here during the show. We'd be like 5 nights a week together. And I'd be, she'd be in the other room. She would let you know she was here because she'd fucking come in here and make noise in the kitchen. She wanted to let you know. But she's no LG. I mean, there was a reason. I mean, there's not even a question about who is more attracted to. Not even a question. But it was addictive with her. I kept going back. But with this, I remember sometimes she would be in the bedroom and I'd be doing the show. And I'd have a late show like this, 12 o'clock. And you know what I'd be thinking? I hope she's asleep. That'd be fucking great. And I could just smoke weed in the fucking living room and chill out and, maybe rub one out, something like that, and just call it a day, And if you're ever thinking like that, oh man, I hope she's asleep, then you're not, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? But I'm just keeping it real. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. That's how it was. Okay. Rosaline sends $10, goes, Dr. Turtleboy, KP's unwavering addiction. Hi there. In regards to our boy Justin, he also took Kelsey's passport, hacked into her medical records and beneficiary docs, and changed the beneficiary to be him, assuming she would likely die from injuries. That's fraudulent. For some reason, the Commonwealth didn't want to address those issues. That's a good point. It's a strange case, but I'm sure there's more twists to come. Thank you, Rosaline. I appreciate that. And I'm Team Kelsey all the way, but we gotta have answers. You guys know this shit better than I do. Yeah. Oh, a chick that doesn't like masturbation is rude. I would go. It's like in porn. You got if you're into porn, that's they're a good time. because every guy's into porn, obviously. But the girls that are into it, that's different thing. Okay. Let's hook up Justin with Meredith. They'd be perfect together, wouldn't they? They'd be perfect. Okay. All right. Let me see if we have any. Any cash apps here. Hold on. All right. Marianne sends $5 and goes, love you, daddy. Oh, thank you, Marianne. I love you too, baby. Naomi sends $5 and says, if you find yourself having to extend the RO with KP again, go for a permanent order. I don't know if they do those. Right there. I don't know. Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything else to say? Yes, we have Iris. Last one sends $25 goes, Aidan, can you please handle Danny? Danny, this is getting ridiculous. He's cheating for last comment in the live chat every Tuesday and Saturday night, and no one is investigating. He needs to be stopped. Danny from Chat Rats? What do you mean? I don't know. I love Danny, so love the Chat Rats. All right, guys. I guess we'll just call it a night. It's getting kind of late. So, yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I got a busy day tomorrow. I'm signing my life away. And buying a couch. I'm not getting one from the Commonwealth. They don't give me couches. So, I just got to buy my own. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to call it a night. You guys have a wonderful evening, and we will see you guys all for the Bus Stop Live tomorrow. All right? Peace to you, bum crease. Outie.
Top down, riding down Main. It's a clear night. Screens glowing blue. Got the facts in my headlights. Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. Morrissey and Lally, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak.
We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks. They can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind.
Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtleboys riding in the reckoning gon' come. Lally in the back room, Morrissey on the phone, trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. True, got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name.
We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city.